Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Residents of Evil. Thank you all so much for joining us on this Monday as we watch the Capcom Showcase live. My name is JJ, and today I am joined by Road Team member Bob.
Yo.
Road Team member Corey.
Hello.
Road Team member Tony.
Hello.
And Road Team member Beggy Bag Bag.
Hi, what's up?
That's right, we got the entire team here because Capcom officially said that they were going to be showing more Resident Evil 4 Remake here, so I am excited. I absolutely cannot wait. Thank you guys all so much for coming by. We have almost 2,000 people here coming to experience this with us. Thank you guys, and we are already at over 400 likes. Thank you so much. I'm glad you guys are enjoying this. So we're going to go through all of our predictions, what we would like to see, what we hope to see, what we don't care about, whatever, and then we're going to jump into the showcase. So it's going to be starting actually on here in about 8 minutes, but I believe it doesn't actually start until 5, but we went live just to be safe. So if it doesn't start till 5, we'll have a good conversation beforehand, and if it starts in 8 minutes, well, then you won't have to hear us ramble for too long before the event actually starts. But I want to start off with you guys. So we'll consider us one chunk, then Tony, then Beggy. What do you guys want to see most here at this showcase?
I'm hoping they're showing the DLC.
That's okay. I agree. I would actually. We already seen Resident Evil
Village.
4. I'm excited, but now I want to see what the DLC is going to be for Village. How about you, Bob?
I think that's what everyone wants to see, but I want to see more RE4 actual gameplay, not just the trailer.
Okay,
I mean,
that makes sense.
yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
I like what I'm seeing from 4 so
the
far.
trailer
Yeah.
is good, but I mean, it's easy to make a good-looking cutscene. But if the game just
Yeah,
looks
true.
like a potato outside the cutscene, then
Yeah.
Fair enough.
that's
Fair enough. How about you, Tony? What are you most excited? Because you like other Capcom games aside from just Resident Evil. So what are you most excited to see from this?
I am very excited to see some more Street Fighter because here's the thing: no, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that again. No. I mean,
That's
yeah.
okay,
Aside
man.
from Street Fighter, I mean, I've been talking about it on Twitter and stuff. But for Resident Evil stuff, honestly, like I really do want to see like the gameplay for RE4 Remake. I really want to see like the environment and how it all like just comes together in this new entry. Because I mean, like I said, I've been seeing enough Street Fighter stuff all this week, but Resident Evil 4 Remake is just like it's so new and there's really not much of it, so I'm kind of like, ooh, I just want to know more. And if they show us that we're gonna get a mercenaries mode too, I'm kind of okay with that too.
Yeah. That makes
That'd be
sense.
cool.
Yeah, I didn't know that you were just talking about Capcom in general. I thought you just meant Resident Evil. But yeah, okay.
How about you, Beggy? What are you most excited to see?
Yeah, honestly, similar stuff like the GLC, Resident Evil 4, previous trailers and previews that we've seen at like events for like RE2 Remake, 3 Remake, Village. We've seen like bits of gameplay thrown in with like some developer commentary. So I'm imagining that's what this is going to be.
Yeah.
It's going to be a little bit of the gameplay, and then sometime in the near future, we'll see maybe a second trailer, an extended trailer. But yeah, I'm really wanting to see more bits about the narrative and any details or hints about how they will reimagine the narrative. But I honestly think that most of what we'll see is like gameplay or like maybe a little bit of an extended trailer. So yeah.
Fair enough. I think we're going to actually see, based off of what Capcom showcased on social media, I think we're going to get to see Leon turn fully around. So we're going to get to see for sure, is it the same model as they used in the Resident Evil 2 remake? So we got kind of his greasy hair turning around and then it just cut from his face. I'm joking, by the way. I think his hair looks great. It just
Yeah.
definitely looks a lot clumpier, and that's not bad. I mean,
that's
I thought it looked good.
I mean,
He's
I
on the
just
Village
say model it. Use
Don't
Nick's
catch
face. Just use Nick's face.
use
If
Nick's
he is
face,
the voice
yeah.
of Leon this time around, just use his
No,
face.
I
'cause,
literally made a joke. I made a joke because I thought it sounded funny to me. I said Leon has greasy hair in the Resident Evil 4 remake, and it got like over 8,000 likes on Facebook and over 4,000 likes on Twitter. And I was like, "That was just a dumb shit post." I was joking, but I don't know. I
It was
thought
true though.
I guess it was
It's
true.
something that nobody noticed until you said it. Though.
Yeah, nobody noticed.
It's true.
It's greasy.
Greasy.
What's that, Tony?
Greasy, just like Becky says.
Greasy. But to everybody stopping by, we got 4 minutes until this event starts, so I'm excited to see what they're going to be showcasing here. And I do want to say thank you guys all so much for the support in the chat. Members and super chats, we're going to read every one of them tonight, but just know that depending on what's going on, we might not read it right away until we have some time to read it. We don't want to read during the event, but Hunk Redfield with a £9 super chat, kicking off the super chats. Thank you so much, Hunk Redfield. Appreciate that. I'm glad the remakes are happening to these classics. I remember playing the first Resident Evil game when I was 19. Holy crap, I'm getting old. Great job, guys. Love the vids.
How's that 401k building?
He's asking the real questions here. How's that 401k? Yeah, man. Same. 2 is the original 2 is the one that got me into it. So it's been a long time. We're all getting old. Thank you, man. Matt Valentine with a €5 super chat. Thank you so much, Matt. Hello, everyone. Maybe Resident Evil 3 Nemesis Edition tonight? Now, as much as I would love to see the Resident Evil 3 Nemesis Edition, and as much as I feel like that game may be an incomplete remake, I don't think that's ever going to happen, and I think it's nothing more than just a fan wish and want. I wish and I want it. I would love that. But aside from that rumor that came out, that was just made up.
I hope they throw us like a curveball and just have like Dino Crisis out of nowhere here.
Dino Crisis would be cool.
People are saying Dragon's Dogma 2 is going to be here, is what some people are saying in the chat. So.
Okay, so let's get some more speculating. Okay, that's good. That's a good topic, a good segue into the next one. So we know that Resident Evil 4 is going to be here because Capcom said it. We don't know about the Village DLC, and we don't know what else, unless there's a leak or rumor that I'm unaware of. So, Bob, what do you think? What do you want to see that we don't know for sure is going to be here, or what do you think we're going to see like revealed?
I don't know.
You just said it.
Well, I mean, I just said that, obviously.
You just said, no, you said Dragon's Dogma.
I don't know. That's what some people were saying in the chat.
Okay.
Mega Man games. Yeah.
Is that what you want to see?
I don't know.
Do you want to see Mega Man?
No.
Some people like Mega Man. That's cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
How about you, Corey?
No, I want to see Dino Crisis. Now that you brought that up,
I would love to see it, man. Could you
that'd be
imagine?
awesome.
Could you imagine how much of like a left, unnoticing left hook that
It's
would
not-
be?
yeah, it's probably
it would
not,
just catch
but-
me off guard. I'd probably fall over in my
God.
chair. That'd be rocks.
RE4 remake, then
The Dino Crisis, and then they still show the Village DLC. I bet they're gonna show Reverse. Who's excited for Reverse?
They might.
They probably
They should.
They really should. People think that game's dead.
Right.
How about you, Tony? What would you like to see, or what do you think is going to be showcased here that we don't know for sure?
Looks like Bob said, I would love for Dragon's Dogma 2 to make it out because now's the time for that game to come out. The hype for it's been coming back, and it was kind of a Capcom hidden gem. It's different from anything Capcom's really done, but if you played things like Onimusha, Devil May Cry, and it's got like a little bit of Shadow of Colossus mixed into it, and kind of like a watered down Skyrim almost, but not in a bad way. It's a really fun game, and I would love to see what they would do with a sequel, because there was an online one that you could do online, but it was Japanese only at the time. So yeah, Dragon's Dogma 2 is definitely one, or Dino Crisis, because dinosaurs, we need them.
No Exoprimal. Yes, Dino Crisis. Just kidding. They're probably going to be showing.
I'm actually interested in that game, believe it or not. As much as I was just kind of like I still kind of want to check it out.
They're going to be showing it, actually. They even showed that they're going to be showing
good.
Exoprimal.
Yeah, that looks
it's
really
probably
good.
going to be fun, I'm personally, I love the Dino Crisis, but it might be good. Yeah, it might be fun. How about you, Baggy? What are you excited? You got 1 minute, Baggy. You're on the spot.
Honestly, this is a shot in the dark, but like if they were to revive Onimusha right here at this event, I would freak the fuck out.
Yeah.
So
Flip a text.
that would probably be like the one thing that I would want like the absolute most. Like it's like a 12 out of 10 on my like request list, but and there was a little bit of credence to the theory that they're going to reveal something this year because of the previously leaked list of projects. So if there's anything to that, there may be something there, but we'll see.
Okay.
Anything else though, the Mega Man X games, like I would love that too.
I didn't even think of that. Yeah, that's a good point.
Mega Man X games are always really good.
Onimusha, yeah, I didn't even think of that.
Necro remake some of the old ones.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna
like
show
Mega Man
anything,
X8 or Mega Man X Command Mission. I don't think
they're gonna show anything new though. Really,
I'm gonna
honestly.
catch up with the super chats real quick
No, I
while
don't
we're
think so.
waiting because it looks like it's
cool.
waiting
It
for
would be.
Capcom USA. Get on it, Capcom. We're all here. Go. We got wow, thank you guys. We got Harold Curtis, member for 5 months, Rose Squad recruit. Good to see y'all again. Thank you for the continued support, my man. Almost half a year. Appreciate that. XG Nick with a $5. Thank you, man. There's a lot of things I want to see, but 2 things I want to hear. Been a long time, comrade.
Oh, yes.
And what are you buying?
Just need to see the merchant.
I wanna
We
hear-
gotta
Gotta
at
see
least
the
hear 'em.
merchant. I just want to hear him. That's
I
all.
want to hear him say no thanks, bro.
No thanks, bro.
Just all normal.
I want to hear the merchant. Yes, agreed. Gary with a £5. Thank you, Gary. Totally not a Leon stalker, but he does have the same freckle on his face he had in RE2R. Dude, I'm willing to guarantee you that. Oh, we got 29 minutes to
Okay.
chat. All right, we're good.
All right, so yeah, strap in, guys.
Yeah, strap in. It's gonna be a long one.
Don't
No.
worry, we are going to timestamp the videos.
Yeah,
so
yeah, we're gonna have
after the
timestamps so you
fact.
can jump to the conversation or the showcase or the reveals, whatever you guys want. It'll all be timestamped. But no,
freckle on the face. I had
Yeah,
no idea.
I think it's gonna be the same model. That would
Oh,
only
yeah.
make sense.
It
And just
has
from
to
the
be.
side of his face, I've worked with his face so much making thumbnails.
Right.
I can tell you, like, that's the same face model.
It is.
100%.
It
That's
has to
true. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me turn the sound on so they can hear this really obnoxious clicking. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna leave it off.
I like that.
It's gonna make me fall asleep.
Yeah.
It's relaxing.
I like clocks.
We got Bernarion with a $2 super chat. Thank you, Bernarion. I'm both stoked and nervous about Resident Evil 4 Remake. I think I'm just stoked.
I'm more stoked than
Yeah.
nervous. I'm not really nervous, yeah.
Yeah.
It looks great, everything we've seen.
Everything so far looks great, and I'm just excited. And, like, you know, if it's not good, I'll still play the HD project.
Oh my god, that's so good.
The HD version. Chief Keef,
That's true.
623 with a $50 super chat. Thank you so much, my man. Oh, it's starting, guys.
Wow.
Oh, it is too.
Thank you. Everybody give it up for...
Oh,
Okay, they're just going to go through stuff.
There's nothing to
Whoa,
fear.
this is Village.
yeah.
Ish.
Where's Rose? She's everything to me.
I think it's time you left things in my hands. Go on, rest now.
Village, Resident Evil. Available now. Oh,
Okay.
oh, that's just the trailer. Okay, for a second I was like, oh my god, are they about to show us the DLC before the event even begins?
That'd be
Now I think this is just them showing like what the PS5 is gonna do. Oh, we got Devil May Cry 5. What?
Defeat after defeat. That man's body.
So maybe
Oh,
we'll
this
be
is from their
quiet.
old trailer.
Yeah, we'll
This is
read
from
off the
the.
super chats in a bit.
Yeah, we'll come back to
Special
Super Chats,
edition.
guys. Thank you. Why is
Sorry,
it
Chief
one
Keef.
frame a
Job
second?
that must be done.
that's all them.
Yeah, that's on them. That's what's coming through for us.
To defeat his twin brother.
I can't because the freaking thing is annoying.
You got some pretty big cojones for coming back.
Come on.
No one to give up.
Click on it again. Oh, there you go.
I'm making a better quality.
You got some pretty big cojones for coming back.
Pretty big
No one to give up.
Big balls.
It's pretty good now on my end.
Yeah, it looks better.
Then know how to take it. But you already
Yeah,
I
still like
fucking love
2
this
frames
game.
a second. That's their live stream, so hopefully it'll smooth it
Yeah.
out by the time the actual event begins.
Yeah, that lags on them, not
Yeah,
on
because
us.
I can see the countdown timer's fine. Like, it's just their gameplay that's coming out like shit. I'll check my phone just to be safe.
Someone at Capcom told them they needed they need to figure out what the hell they're doing.
And if you guys could let us know how the audio levels are too, so you guys can hear us and this.
I watched this trailer again recently.
So good.
It's so good. It plays all of their themes.
Yep.
Bro, it's shit on their end.
Yeah, okay.
Get it together, Capcom.
I know you hate virtual.
It's like literally like the whole Devil May Cry series can be summed up as like the longest sibling rivalry battle of all time. Like that's literally what it is.
Yeah, the reason why it's leggy looking is on Capcom's end. It's not us, guys. I just checked their actual official one through my phone. It's the same thing. Maybe I should pause it 'cause it's going to irritate everyone. They're going to think it's our fault.
I mean, I'd do
Well, I mean, we gotta let it play because
It's
we need to
not
know what's
us.
happening.
It's true. It's true. I don't know. They need to figure that out. But it's just trailers, guys. I don't think this is anything we haven't seen yet.
No.
We still got 25 minutes. It's a lot of good discussion we can have.
They wouldn't show anything when it's scheduled for 30 more
Yeah,
minutes.
yeah. I'm just going to turn it down. We're going to leave it on as background noise. So the leg is not us. Just again, to reiterate, it's just on their end. And I'm sure I'm just going to refresh too, just to be for sure. Like,
Just to be case.
just to be case.
Just
Sorry.
in case. You always got to be
I'm
case.
sick and my brain feels like it's melting right now. Like I'm trying really hard. So if it just sounds like a bunch of words I'm putting together, that's why. All right. Hey, that looks less leggy.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, good. All right, JJ,
Never
give me
mind.
your jacket. Oh, Leggy's back, yeah. That's not us, don't worry. The event should be better.
Yep.
But I want to go back to Chief Keef because he dropped a very generous $50 super chat, and that needs to be recognized. Thank you so much, dude, for the very generous super chat. We greatly appreciate that. Let's see, why is this not working? Oh,
You don't have it, bro. So.
it's over here. Everybody in the chat, please give it up for Chief Keef.
Chief Keef.
Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, my good sir.
Doesn't want to work. Really do.
Oh, it's all right.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Then scrolling down here, we got Nikki with a 17
Wait.
DKK super chat. Thank you, Nikki. Oh, I didn't read it. I
We
didn't read Chief
this.
Keith. I couldn't be more excited for the Resident Evil content coming to us. I really hope they keep this momentum going and revisit some old entries and remake Code Veronica. I'm excited for the gameplay reveal. Glad to be here. Row fam for life. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
I think,
Best fam.
If they did do a Code Veronica remake and they dropped it right now,
honestly,
Devil May Cry 6. Just
I could see it being a
Straight
possibility
up.
if like
it could be.
4 does super well and everybody is very vocal like they've been in the past about 2, 3, or 4. Then I don't see why they wouldn't go back if they could make money. Like, you know, their business, and if it does well and it sells well and it's well received, like there's nothing stopping them from continuing.
You know how corporations
That's true.
are, though. It's just like, here's this thing that I will shut up and take my money. Nah, we're not going to do that. We're going to do this instead.
Yeah.
That's every corporation
Exactly.
ever.
Yeah.
True.
People have been screaming for the.
Like if there's any game that needs the remake treatment, it is Code Veronica, because Code Veronica has like a lot of issues. It doesn't make it a bad game. It's just got a lot of issues that you could actually improve. I talked about it in I think one of my own videos and stuff, and people were really like, "Oh my god, I never thought of that." And it's a, kind of an easy fix, honestly.
Like some mechanical things, some graphical things, some areas of the game where you kind of get stuck if you don't have enough resources. That
Yeah.
needs help for sure. So
And cut down the backtracking in the prison area, because that got a little too ridiculous.
There's a
even
lot,
for Resident
yeah.
Evil standards, you know.
While you guys are talking, I'm just gonna check to see if there's like a version of the Capcom showcase that doesn't have lag, because
I don't think there will be.
mm,
Check like someone like IGN or GameSpot. They probably have
which
it.
one did you guys say?
Game.
It was
Was it GameSpot? No, it wasn't.
GameSpot or
Game
IGN.
Awards.
Game Awards, yeah.
why is
But they're gonna be showing something different, I bet.
Yeah, it probably
Oh,
won't be
it
the
is.
same thing.
why does Ashley from RE4 look like the Suzu Sphere Hunter's cosplay of Ashley? That looks
Yeah.
like really,
She does.
really
Oh,
close
like the
to
new
it.
one looks like
Uh-huh.
her. Yeah.
Oh, bro, this is like way better.
Yeah, but they're showing the same thing too.
They're behind a little bit.
They're behind a little bit, but
That's
that's I would rather be behind by like 18 seconds than have
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
than to have the chop.
The Quarry, you guys all gotta play the
Wow.
Quarry.
Dude,
It's
the
so
Quarry
good.
is so freaking good.
Oh my god, I played it back to
I
back
would have
this
played it
weekend.
yesterday with you if
We
you
gotta
would
have
have.
it up there.
Yeah.
If you would have woke up earlier yesterday,
Oh yeah.
I would have been down to play a full round.
All right, time out, guys. Hold on. We found a less laggy video we're putting up
Yeah,
right
put it up.
now.
I don't know why.
this one looks a lot better.
Yeah, definitely.
Dude,
It does.
1 second.
I mean, it's still graining through Discord, but like it's running smooth at least.
Faggy, have you
Yeah, you
played
can tell
the
the
Quarry yet?
frames.
Faggy?
So what was
Have you
that?
played the Quarry yet?
No, not at all.
Have you watched us?
I'm down to. I have watched
Oh
it.
my god, it's so much fun. I'm
Only
so
through,
I'm
like, JJ.
so happy to
good.
say that it's the first game of that style that's like up there with Until Dawn.
Oh yeah, I think it's better to be
Mm.
I'm
honest.
saying it's actually better than
Me too.
Until Dawn.
Do you guys think it's a better? I still think
Blasphemy.
Until Dawn's better because it had a twist I wasn't expecting, but the Quarry is like right up there. Like it had a lot of things better too. I don't know. It's really
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Don't spoil it either. I haven't played it yet.
I won't spoil. Like we won't go into any spoilers. I loved it. It was so much fun. To the point where I played it twice, almost 3 times with Corey.
Dude, I would have played it again.
We got Chief Keef. Read that one. Thank you again, Chief. Catch it up here, guys. You guys are being incredibly supportive of us. Thank you so much. This is crazy.
We're almost
Hopefully-
to 1,000 likes and it hasn't even started yet.
Wow. Thank you guys for almost 1,000
1,000.
likes. Greatly appreciate that. So what we're going to be doing tonight is if whatever they showcase, we're going to watch it all in one sitting, and then we're going to come back through and break it down and talk about it. Then we're going to bring on a special guest, a very special guest who's going to come talk about it with us. Then after that, depending on how we feel and how everything's going, we might do a hype stream later tonight, but I'm not sure because I am feeling pretty sick, so we'll see.
Oh really?
Nikki555 DKK with the 17.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Hi, hope you are all doing well and is excited. Very excited. I hope you guys are excited as well.
Hell yeah.
Adarashi Datenchi with a 8 months. Rose Squad Alpha Team. Thank you for the continued support.
The winning team.
Oh, winning team. All right, we out here. Capcom Showcase. Let's go. I love you all. Rose Squad, 7 months. Thanks for being awesome. Row Force and Row Fam. Thank you so much,
Hell
man.
yeah, dude.
Thank you for
Appreciate that
being here.
greatly. I'm gonna actually turn this graphic, quality up a little bit. There we go. All right, see what we got here. Good. We got Hector Seiden, 2 months of Rose Squad recruit.
Hector Resident.
Hector Resident. I'm sorry, it's a little far away. Thank you
Yeah.
for the continued support, Hector Resident. Appreciate that, man. Let's Play Inc. Welcome to Rose Squad Recruit. Thank you
Hell
so
yeah,
much for
dude.
becoming
New
a member. Yeah, spam those. We got new emojis, guys. We got the RE4 hype. We got the smiling Leon. We got the Corey shooting.
The delete this Corey.
Oh yeah, the delete this Corey. We got the Duke. Guys, spam those new custom emojis. They're meant just so that when this does kick off and we get some hype, and I say hype up the chat, that's what it's for. It's just to get the chat lit. So thank you, Hector, and Let's Play Inc. Holy crap! And then we got Hectic Pain with a $5. Thank you, Hectic Pain. We'll drop 100 if Dino Crisis Remake is announced. Oh,
I'll drop $2 if Dino Crisis is announced. I'm broke.
We'll drop $100 if it gets announced.
Oh man, that would be amazing.
I'll drop 100 if it gets announced. It's not gonna.
I'll drop 100 if it gets announced.
Yeah,
It's
you
not
know,
gonna.
it's not gonna.
Yeah. Thank you for that, Hectic Pain. Appreciate that. Kendo's Meme Shop. Welcome to the Rose Squad Alpha Team, the winning team. Thank you so much for your support, man. Spam those custom emojis. We appreciate that.
Good job, Cascade.
We got Revixie with a 20 DKK super chat. Thank you so much, Revixie. Here's for some coffee. Keep up the
G-Fuel.
vids. You mean G Fuel, but thank you. We appreciate that. Hector Seiden with a €5. Thank you, Hector Seiden. He's got pizza, clapping, games, and 100. Hell yeah, brother. Thank you. We got Elkanov Zulif with a $5. Thank you, Elkanov. He says, how about Operation Raccoon City and Umbrella Chronicles Remake for the Switch? It should work.
It would work.
It
Yes.
would. It would. Yeah, I mean, I could see that. I would still probably rather some others. Like, I just, if they're, like, doing Resident Evil 4 Remake, I want to make sure they got, like, the Mercenaries mode and Separate Ways and all that stuff, like, done properly
Yeah.
first before
Yeah.
they start re-releasing games to other consoles.
Yeah.
Oh shit, Uni Comics is in the chat. What's going on, dude?
Hell yeah,
Ooh.
Uni. Welcome, man.
Ace Attorney.
Holy shit! What the hell? We just
Whoa.
got bombed! I'm gonna come down to that. I'm gonna come down to that, but thank you so much. Oh my god.
Holy shit.
Chat's crazy right now, man.
Hell bomb, dude.
We just got hell bombed. Thank you for that, Elkanath. We got
Tater boob.
Tater Boob. Is it actually? Yeah, it is
Yeah.
Tater Boob with a $5. Thank you, Tater Boob. I'm hoping that they don't abandon the classic iconography of the Umbrella and T-Virus again. What do you guys think about that? I hope they don't abandon. Well, I mean, it depends on what you're specifically
Right.
referring to. If you're referring to like Resident Evil 4, that was more about the Plagas and
Right.
other
And
things.
the Illuminatis. And
Yeah, and the Lost Illuminati.
And a lost plagiarism.
Lost play. Lost plagiarism. Hey, what happened to the game? Why isn't it showing?
Oh. That's okay.
Good
It's just
question.
Ace Attorney, guys.
Yeah, you guys didn't miss anything. It's not even started yet.
I think it's your object because on our Discord call it's still up.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
the hell?
Oh, you just have to put it up.
You have to bring it back up. Just drag it to the top.
No, it doesn't make any sense.
Something's governing it all.
Just do it right.
No, that doesn't make any sense. Uh-oh.
Weird.
That might
Alright.
be not good.
Nothing's going yet for another 15. So.
Well, I'm going to fix it right now.
All right.
Why did it just stop?
All right, and thank you. Tater
What's that old
Boob.
Futurama skit? Fix it, fix it, fix
Uh,
it, fix it, fix it.
Sure Laps a lot. Sure Laps a lot with a $2 super chat. Thank you very much. Previously on Resident Evil 3
Revelations 3.
Resident Evil Revelations 3.
Words
Wow,
are hard.
That was hard to say.
I would kill for a third entry in that game.
Yes, please.
I haven't even played the first two yet. We're about to though.
Yeah. Yeah, we got Revelations 1 coming up this Friday.
Yeah,
Oh, good.
I'm going to have to just redo it again.
it's both of our first times actually playing that too. That's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is.
Mhm.
The hell?
There we go.
Bobby.
Why is it going to be so dumb? You know?
Because it's OBS.
Just don't be dumb.
How's the chat doing?
They're okay.
That's baggy.
And it just disappeared again.
Yes, that's me.
Is it in the wrong layer?
No, it's just
That's
dumb.
alright. You'll get it.
I hope.
You'll get it.
I really do hope.
What are they showing right now? What is this?
Is
This is
trying
their
to-
other game.
Oh, is this Pragmata? Yeah.
Oh, is that?
Which tab are you
Oh,
trying
they
to
actually
grab?
show gameplay now.
Yeah, the window cat.
I don't think there's been gameplay of it
Well, based
yet.
on the
Oh,
art,
unless
this
this
They're
is
not
showing
showing
what it is.
It's just the trailer when they.
All I've ever seen was the art. You know.
Yeah.
I know nothing about that game has grabbed me yet because we don't know honestly anything about it.
Yeah.
I'm an old man. I just want my Mega Mans and my Street Fighters and my Marvel vs. Capcom. That's all I want.
Just want my
I
Resident
also
Evil.
want a new Mega Man X game. It's just so good.
I want my cat simulator.
Yeah, you like that stray one.
Holographic cat right here.
There you go, Bob. You pet the cat.
You see its spine and rib.
Every time I see advertisement for that or someone talking about it on Twitter, I instantly think of Bob because of just how much he was just talking about
Yeah.
that game.
Man, I will stream Stray and I'll pet the cat for every $1 I get.
For every $1.
For every $1 I'll pet the cat.
Hell yeah, Bob. All right, so that's
Pet the
fixed.
kitty,
Can you
pet the
guys see it
kitty, pet the
okay?
kitty.
Beauty.
Yep.
No, yeah, no, it's better.
Sweet.
Okay, don't break it again, JJ.
I'm gonna do my best to not break
Whoa,
it.
you broke it.
That is definitely not the goal.
Are you going full screen with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I gotta make it like a little better quality.
We're professionals.
No.
We're something, all right.
So yeah, we're professionals. We're almost at 1,000 likes on the stream.
Hey,
so
hell
far.
yeah, guys! It's starting very soon.
I like it if you're hyped.
Yeah, like it if you're hyped. Get those Resident Evil 4 remake hype in the chat.
Hell yeah.
I'm just turning up the graphics and making sure everything's good to go before we start.
Yeah.
Lost Planet was a mediocre series. It was all right. It wasn't one of Capcom's biggest ones, but they made 3 entries that sold decently, and the team mechanics for it were a lot of fun. And like, I can't remember which one it was, but like, you could swap out the character's skin to play as like Wesker and Frank West, and I think it was like in Lost Planet 3.
We got 13 minutes.
I know name. What's up? I notice you,
Oh yeah, did you guys
by the way.
read these?
No, you had to scroll down. I
Oh.
read Sure Laughs a lot. Next, we're on Dragon Sage. Is the next one.
Dragon Sage with a $5. Thank you, Dragon. Says, I'm surprised they didn't do Code Veronica in the first place. It's the only main Resident Evil game that is playable on the current consoles.
Isn't playable.
Isn't playable. Yeah, I mean, like me personally, it feels like that's a main series game with Claire's story and Chris's continued and Albert Wesker.
Everyone's been screaming for that since after RE2 remake.
I will say, and they're
Pretty much.
in like playing devil's advocate, like they knew how they looked at the sales of Veronica and they looked at the sales of 4 and they're like, yeah, no brainer, 4. I agree. It should have been Code Veronica, but that game also did very poorly and didn't sell well, and a lot of that's due to the release. And it just a lot of people like reviewers are saying it felt dated. I mean, in my opinion, all the more reason to give it a remake, but that's where it's at. That's why it's like that. And we just
That's
hit
true,
1,000 likes.
yeah.
Thank you guys so
Yeah.
much. Holy crap.
Yeah, it's very true about Code Veronica in that aspect because they released it on the Dreamcast, and that was a failing system,
Yeah.
even at like launch, pretty much. But even when it got onto the PS2, the best-selling console of all time, still, you thought that Capcom would have pushed it a little bit more. And the PS2 era was a very weird time for anything Resident Evil, honestly.
Oh, break.
Besides Outbreak.
Yeah, Outbreak, RE4, Code Veronica got ported.
Yep.
Dead Aim.
That's great.
But if you do, I mean, a lot of people keep saying that, but if you do want to play Code Veronica now, the only way to do it actually is by having, an Xbox One or the Series X, and it's backwards compatible. So you can get the game and play it on current consoles, but that's the only way to do it is on Xbox, PS4, 5. Well, 4 has like the PS2 version, I guess. But other than
Right,
that,
yeah.
Yeah.
like PS5 don't have it yet, and I know it wasn't included with that new PlayStation Plus subscription thing that they dropped today that not a lot of people are happy about.
Right.
That's why like a lot of the PS2 iterations of Resident Evil feel kind of incomplete because they're like the end of the old age and the beginning of the new, and they haven't like really perfected the art style where they have with like the remakes. So they have enough momentum built up that any kind of direction that they take with like the RE engine and like how beautiful these games look, I mean, I'm sure it would be like a storm if they announced like a CVX
Oh my God,
remake.
that'd be
So
amazing.
it'd be
The
huge.
RE engine is freaking incredible. I love the RE engine.
If they announced
It looks
a
great.
Code Veronica remake, social media would break.
Oh my God, yeah. It would. Too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Right.
I see some people in the chat. No, guys, I'm not saying the Dreamcast was bad. Believe me, it's like one of my top 5 consoles of all time. It just wasn't a big seller because Sega wasn't doing what other companies were doing to protect it. That console was easily hacked. Like you could make burn discs, and it was one of the reasons they just couldn't compete with other companies that were out at the time. Even though it has some of the greatest games of all time on it, like especially for fighting games. And if you're a Capcom person as well, they made a lot of great Capcom games for that console.
Encoding overload.
Most of them are worth like over $100 freaking dollars now.
Oh, this one's in it?
Yeah, I set it up right there.
Like, trust me, I love the Dreamcast. Don't get me wrong, but it was considered a failure by Sega. In my eyes, it's one of the greatest consoles of all time. It's like the GameCube. It wasn't recognized for its greatness until after its time.
Right, that's fair.
Popping in. Okay, we're good. Did you guys?
No, we're on Ingrid track.
Okay. But just again to everybody stopping in, guys, thank you so much. We have almost 3,000 people here. We're about to witness more Resident Evil 4, hopefully the Village DLC. So thank you for coming by to experience this with us. We're reading our super chats right now until we jump into the game. But we're beginning in less than 10 minutes. The event is beginning. So thank you for coming by.
And no guys just happening. They haven't announced anything yet. This is just gameplay.
You see a little
just-
counter there. It'll tell you when it's going to start. This is just, the trailers they've already showcased. So we got Angered Shrek, member for 6 months. Oh, that's half a year with Angry Shrek. You don't want to piss off Shrek. Thank you, man.
I love that name.
Yeah, Outbreak confirmed. Thought tonight. My prediction. He said. Oh man, we'll see. That's a big predictions. I mean, feel free to in the chat to say your predictions. We got Gary with a 20-pound. Thank you so much, Gary, for that very generous super chat, man. We appreciate that. When Resident Evil 4 does well, do you think they'll stop, or are we gonna get Code Veronica 5, 6? Because Ada's character model was an RE8, so maybe they want to make the games fit more smoothly by having the same faces and voices throughout the series. Yeah, I think that if they make a lot of money and it's really well received, there's no stopping them. Now, where are they gonna want to stop? That's more up to them. But if there's like a loud enough cry for we want this or we want that, they're gonna address it at some point. Either they will or they won't. Do it, but they have to address it. So we'll see. Yeah. It really depends on sales. That's all it's going to boil down to, sales and reception.
I don't know how about you guys, but the second I saw this one that's playing right now, the first time I saw the trailer for this, I saw the main character. I'm like, it's Regina. It's Dino Crisis.
Oh, yeah.
The Capcom game, dinosaurs, that main character. Everyone was let down. It's like, come on, man. Everyone's saying Dino Crisis. You're going to do a dinosaur game. Just
do Dino Crisis, but at the same
Why
time,
like red hair, make it look like her.
cool.
I know.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't get it.
But at the same time, like, this is not what I would want to see Dino Crisis, you know?
No,
Like,
I mean, obviously.
yeah.
I mean, trust me, we already had dinosaurs in space. We didn't want to see that. That's what killed the franchise.
I mean, that, don't get me wrong. That looks like a good game, but just the way they set that up, it's like,
I don't get that.
come on.
Yeah, they really did. It made you think.
We got Gary with a read that. Thank you, Gary.
All things horror.
All things horror. Remember, for 5 months, Rose Squad Alpha Team, the winning team. Thank you for the continued support. All things horror. JJ, please hold. I'm scared Krauser will be cut. No, they're not gonna cut Krauser.
No,
there's no way they're gonna cut
quick
Krauser.
time events. Come on, keep them.
No.
Yeah. No.
Maybe,
but not Krauser. No, he'll be there. And I hope what I'm more worried about is if they're gonna cut the merchant, which I don't think they will. They referenced him in Resident Evil Village, so I think we're gonna get the merchant.
Yeah.
Back.
So.
We got Sir Adazukin, Elder of the Row, with a $280 super chat. Thank you so much, Sir Adazukin. We greatly appreciate that. Corey and Bob play the quarry for funsies.
That would be fun, dude.
That would be
Come
fun.
on, bro.
That would be fun.
I'll have to.
I want to get a night together.
Corey and Bob's Excellent Adventures.
The whole row squad.
I want to get the whole row team playing that game. Each of us have our own character, and it's up to us to make sure they don't die.
Now that would be fun.
I do like when
I'm down for that.
When I played it with our cousin on Saturday to my other channel. They thought we did bad. They're like, you killed 5 to 6 people? That's terrible. We're going to keep everybody alive. At the end of the game, they killed everybody.
Yeah.
They're all dead.
We didn't kill 5 to 6.
We killed like 4 or 5.
We killed like 3.
No. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Whatever. We didn't do bad, though. In comparison, we did really good.
Great. And we had kept his hand. And...
Yeah.
No spoilers.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't a spoiler.
We got Angel of Helgen Ghost Wolf with a $100 super chat. Thank you so much for that incredibly generous super chat. Please, everybody, give it up for Angel of Helgen Ghost Wolf in the chat. That is insane. We appreciate that. And you just gave us a Helgen bomb. What do we call it?
The Hell Bomb.
The Hell Bomb. Yeah, that's a cool name.
Hell bomb.
Haven't dropped a Hell Bomb in a good while.
Hell
Amen.
yeah.
Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
And with that, we're at 3,100 people watching and 1,100 likes.
Holy crap, you guys. The hype is real. There's a lot of people here right now. Let's get those RE4s hypes in the chat.
All right.
Rule Time with the $5. Thank you, Rule Time. Time to summon the Resi Village DLC and the upgrades for 2, 3, and 7. I keep forgetting. They're going to be showcasing the upgraded versions of 2, 3, and 7.
It's crazy. That's exciting. I forgot.
Yeah, we'll have to play through those leading up to the Village DLC. It'll be part of our, maybe part of our Side Road to Village series.
Let me do 7.
Let you do. Okay, you could do 7.
Okay.
Sweet.
We got 5 minutes, 5 and a half.
Hope you are all doing well. Keep up being awesome. Thank you so much, Rule Time. We greatly appreciate that.
Thank you, Rule Time.
We got Zach Martin with a $5. Thank you, Zach. Remember the time Bobby Boucher showed up at the halftime and the Mud Dogs won the Bourbon Bowl? Do ya?
How could you forget?
Hell yeah.
How could you ever
How could you
forget
forget
that?
Bobby Boucher, man?
The water boy, bro.
Yeah, he's the water boy. He's the reason why they won that
Legend.
bowl. He's a legend. Never forget.
High quality H2O.
XG Nick with a $2. Thank you, XG. Says, imagine if Gaiden became Revelations 3. That's a weird one. It's one I would like to see, but it's like such an off story. I think one of them die in it. I think like Leon or
really?
Barry die, and I
Never
can't
played
remember.
it.
It's been years.
Right.
It'd be interesting. I mean, it would be cool.
Wait, in Gaiden they died?
Yeah, didn't one of them die in Gaiden?
I don't know. I haven't
Okay.
I
played that
never
one.
played it either.
Yeah, but that would be a weird offshoot, but it would be interesting to see Leon and Barry team up again. It's weird to think that they actually did in that game. We got Hector Seiden upgraded his membership to Row Squad Bravo Team.
Resident.
How did I keep saying
I don't know.
Hector Resident. Congratulations
Hell yeah,
on your
dude.
promotion. Let's all give it up for Hector Resident.
Welcome to the
and their
team.
promotion.
Welcome, Hector.
Welcome.
Look how you just-
Eric Cabara with a $2. Thank you, Eric. He says Dino Crisis. Let's hope,
Yeah,
man.
that'd be weird.
That would be freaking
That'd
amazing.
be so unexpected.
It would be so unexpected. It would probably be the highlight of the show for
Oh
me,
my
honestly.
God.
What if they dropped Dino Crisis and CVX?
Well, CBX, obviously. Come on.
I'm still
They're not
surprised.
going to.
I'm still shocked that they revealed the Resident Evil 4 remake before revealing the Village DLC and talking about Reavers. Like,
Right.
True.
like, don't
yeah.
you think you would want to focus on what's coming up next and then show your big one? But they just went.
Actually, it's kind of a way of like staggering their marketing, kind of like reeling in new people with Resident Evil 4 because it's so big and new and it's more hype than something that's already had an entire game
Makes
released.
sense.
True.
And then kind of stringing them along to something that has a DLC. Like, I think it's actually kind of
It is very
smart,
smart if you
a little
think of it
bit,
that way.
even
I
though
get
it seems
They
a
get
little.
paid way more money
little
than I do
odd.
to figure these things out, so
Right.
they know something I don't know. That makes sense, Maggie.
They do.
Yeah, 100%. We got Mr. Nice Chai
Mr. Nice Guy.
with a $10 super chat. Thank you so much, Mr. Nice Chai. Hey, Rose, stoked for the showcase chat. Don't forget to like that stream. Rose Squad Alpha Team. Hell
Let's
yeah,
go,
brother.
bro.
Thank you so much. We're already at 1,200 likes. Since we have 3,000 people here, can we make this the most liked stream we've ever done? Like, can we make that just jump to 2,000? Because I think there's enough people here that we could just hit that like, in
could.
seconds.
That'd be pretty cool.
It's like a super fun like run, right? We want to see
Hell yeah, dude.
a like
Before the stream starts, let's see if we
yeah,
hit 2 grand.
like run, speed run. How many likes can we hit before the stream
Yep.
starts in 3 minutes? So if you have not hit that like, we appreciate it. Helps a ton. Hit it now, and if you don't want to, that's okay.
That's
you
fine.
don't have to. But we're trying to hit 2,000 before the stream
Oh,
starts.
okay.
Like run.
Here we go.
We got Dak Ruin. Oh, that disappeared. No, I got it. Don't worry, Dak. We won't forget you.
Holy smokes. We got
Yeah, there's a
go.
lot of support. Oh
got
my
about
goodness,
2.5
guys. Thank you.
minutes.
We got 2 minutes. Dak Ruin.
Yep.
With 2 months. Bravo team. Thank you for the continued support. Are you guys worried about the cut content for the remake? Because I think it might cut out areas of the castle and the castle exploration feel small. I mean, I'm a little worried, honestly, but it's Dev 1 that's handling
Yeah,
it.
I'm not worried, but
Yeah.
I mean, I hope it's
I'm not
not
worried.
cut.
I hope it's not cut. But you know, it is an M2 that's making it. It's Dev 1. They did 2 and 7 and Village. And yes, there was areas cut out of 2, and that's why I'm a little worried. But hopefully,
It's not as much as 3 though.
yeah. I
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they cut a lot.
I mean,
Yeah.
4 is a massive game. Like, I hope they don't cut anything. Like,
I do.
I don't know. We'll see, I guess. That's the only thing I am kind of a little worried about, though.
I mean, I say like, you know, cut down a lot of the island stuff and cut down some of the castle area, but not like heavily.
Yeah.
You know, like don't chop 50% of it out or
Cut out
anything
the
like
whole
that. But I think
game.
but the one thing I think I want to see from that is actually like more of the village area itself.
Yes,
You know?
that's true.
Because I mean, like with RE Village, they did a pretty good job. As empty as it did feel at times, I still want more of that. You know, like maybe like go to like farmlands or other areas of like a village. You know.
Yeah, because the thing about 4 is that
refresh
each of the
later
3 major segments of the game are completely separated. So once you move on, there's no going back to the castle, there's no going back to the village. But like the thing about Resident Evil Village is that it has the village as a central hub to upgrade, to kind of relax, do some more exploration with your items. So 4 could use a little bit of that treatment and kind of like reallocating that time and energy that you might spend on like the island into like the village. That would be like really interesting. I wouldn't mind it.
Okay. We'll come back to all the super chats, guys, because we're up out of time now. But thank you so much for all the support.
Oh, we almost hit
Thank
that.
you for all the super chats. Greatly appreciate it. We're going to come back through and read them all once the event is over. So if you ask us a question, don't worry, we'll come back to it.
Dakota Bishop is where we're gonna pick up, and we got 30 seconds. So
Yeah. 30
Strap
seconds.
in.
Go,
Let's
guys.
go. Let's go. And yeah, we might be a little behind, but that's okay because it's only like 10, 15 seconds.
at the most.
It's going through super smooth. I'm not touching it. It just let us know how the audio levels are with us and the stream. I'm going to turn it up now.
What do you think they're going to start with?
We're climbing. We're
Well,
almost at 4,000.
well,
Holy
think
crap.
You're gonna kick it off with RE4 just again.
I think
just-
they're going
You're
to.
gonna hit it hard.
That's my guess.
Here we go.
All right, 10
It
seconds.
starts.
Zip.
Starting.
80. 9. 8.
Drop 20, you're behind. 5.
Too bad.
Get the hype going. Almost 2,000
Oh,
likes.
shit.
Thank you, guys.
Here
Thank you
it
for almost
is.
2,000 likes. Let's go.
I'm nervous.
I would have liked it to just do full war.
No. Oh shit.
Hell yeah. Retro.
Capcom's Resident Evil.
That noise.
Good one, Bob.
Oh. Okay.
Here's Tony.
Tony's hype.
Oh, sorry.
I see Leon.
I see an ace.
Saw Mega Man in that shadow.
Let's go. Let's
Me
go.
too.
I saw Phoenix, right?
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Capcom Showcase, where we'll share exciting new updates on our upcoming games.
I thought this was an actual
We
game.
have some surprises in store, and hope you enjoy the show.
Monster Hunter.
Monster
Let's
Hunter.
begin.
Looking out for that.
DLC for Rise.
Hello everyone. I'm Ryozo Tsujimoto, producer of the Monster Hunter series. Thank you for tuning in to today's Capcom Showcase. We're excited to bring you the latest info on Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, which will finally be released at the end of this month. To kick things off, we've got a brand new trailer to show you. Let's take a look.
I wish I was good at these games.
You just gotta try harder, Tony.
Yeah, do good. Who plays Monster Hunter here? I heard it's good.
My friends did.
I play it, but I only play with friends because it's just
Fun.
by yourself. It's kind of
Fun
boring.
co-op game though.
Dino Crisis.
Oh, great co-op attack. It's so good.
Dino Crisis remake, guys.
Dino Pre-Crisis.
Check the audio.
Live rapidly.
But yeah, this game and like what you can do in it kind of gives off vibes of what like Outbreak could be if they brought Outbreak back.
Monster Hunter World, not Rise. Or Capcom's not Rise.
Oh yeah, this one's
Yeah, World is really good. They put a lot. I mean, that kind of like was Capcom's biggest moneymaker, other than 7 to put them back on the market.
Yeah. I'm surprised they came out with Rise and not just more World DLC.
I was shocked about that too, but like I think Rise is only. I think it's Switch only.
Monster Hunter is more popular and sells more than Resident Evil.
Shut up.
That's why they opened with this, the most popular title.
You look like you still got that.
Sells more than even Street Fighter.
And everything. Yeah.
What do you say? Yeah, it's hard to buy.
Yeah, we gotta figure this out. Why are they making so much goddamn money off this game?
Play Monster Hunter
This would be a really fun co-op game, honestly. Like
Yeah,
we
like
should.
The co-op is fun when you got friends just dicking around and having fun and shit. It's really like again, it's more the testament why Capcom needs to revisit Outbreak.
Whoa. That's the beast from Unity Beast. Oh. Something bigger to come get that now.
Yeah. There's always a bigger fish.
I mean, a bigger bath. Oh, it's Alcina Dimitrescu.
Oh
Yeah, hell yeah.
I mean, Monster Hunter World did have DLC for Resident Evil.
Wait,
Yeah,
when?
Alright, next one.
There was during the time that Resident Evil 2 came out. You had there was a Mr. X that was
Oh.
Calico. Then you had Leon and Claire's outfits that you could wear, and like their skins too.
First, let me introduce a returning locale.
Smart.
The
They did the
jungle
same thing
area
with
that
Street Fighter.
debuted
Street
in
Fighter
the
had
second
2 of them there, and
generation of
Devil May
Monster
Cry as
Hunter
well.
games is back in Sunbreak. You'll notice that the jungle's appearance changes over time.
Yeah, these
It's a
games are pretty
nostalgic area
big.
that
They're
both
very
veteran
deep.
hunters and new players
they're a
are
lot of
sure
fun.
to enjoy.
Swing from the
And
air.
of course, we've
Spider-Man.
updated the jungle with
Back to
new
the old
elements and
game.
Yeah,
endemic
we
life
swing from the
specifically for its
ceiling.
return in Sunbreak. Longtime fans can look forward to exploring the devastated ruins around the coastal area.
Oh no.
Espinias.
From the Monster Hunter Frontier series comes Espinas.
Oh.
Espinas means thorns in Spanish. As the name implies, thorny scales cover its
I
body.
would cut that up and cook it.
Normally,
that? Hell
Espinas
yeah.
enjoys
Yeah.
a quiet
wear
life
it.
and sleeps
And then wear it.
peacefully, but when it senses danger nearby, it explodes.
I just love
into
that there was a
violent
time where like
rampage.
nobody
Even
knew
though
what
it
this
can seem
series
docile,
was.
Espinas
No one
has a
outside of
two-faced
Japan
nature that
ever
can be
heard of
extremely
Monster Hunter. And then like in
dangerous.
2012 when the 3DS game came out,
Knew
everybody
it.
fucking went crazy for it.
The flagship monster of Monster Hunter 4, Gore Magala, is back.
Cool.
Gore Magala is a sightless creature with black scales and sensitive wing membranes used to sense the presence of prey. As Gore
Hell yeah,
Magala's
4,000
sensibility
people watch
increases,
Monster Hunter
its
with
two
us.
horns change
Hell yeah.
form and it
I'm sure
enters
half of them are
the
excited.
frenzy.
That's it.
So we're
We're
here
coming
for
Monster
it,
Hunter
baby.
channel now.
While in a frenzy
Monster
state, it
Hunter.
gets so powerful
Yeah,
that
Resident
the
Evil
ground
stuff coming up
beneath
next.
begins to break, and it uses
Monster
its
of
huge
Hunter.
claws as an
Monster is like a
anchor
super
during
valuable.
powerful
Yeah.
attacks.
residents and hunters. Actually, that sounds pretty cool. Not gonna lie.
In addition, the trailer also
Good.
shows the Daimyo Hermitar and the Pyrorotna Kadaki subspecies,
man,
which
that would
adds
be good
explosive
eating.
elements
Crap
necessary
battle!
for the debut.
Yeah.
There are still more
Right.
monsters that
Open
have
one
yet to
claw,
be
you got
revealed,
enough
so
food
stay
for the whole
tuned for
meal.
more
Cut that up
Sunbreak
and cook
announcements
it,
in the
eat it.
future.
I'm like a regular crab. Like I eat 200 of them.
Yeah, right? Dude, that'd be some good
There's one
eating.
more thing I want to share with you all, so please watch the following video.
I care
Oh
about
yeah,
this.
you do.
Me too.
New information.
Sorry, what's strange? Yeah, man. I don't get it. Go the expert.
I like the way you run.
Yeah, what happened to Lost Planet? That was another horror one Capcom used to have. Yeah, freeze to death and then finally.
Yeah, they keep wanting to make multiplayer games. You gotta start revisiting stuff like that,
Yeah.
you know?
Great. Thank you, Brock. Of course. Get him.
Get them bots, procs.
Alright, who's ready for some Resident Evil 4
It's
remake?
coming. Right
Let's
now.
go.
He's got him too.
Let's go.
Yeah, get him
Let's
guys.
Do it.
Demo for
go.
Monster Hunter
Oh,
Rise
free demo!
Sunbreak is
Hell
coming
yeah,
to
I
both
might probably
Nintendo
won't play it.
Switch and
Tomorrow.
Steam.
I don't have time.
The
Okay,
demo will
work.
be available to
Put it right in
download as shown.
I'm still sick. I'm
We're
not
playing
going
this
to work.
tonight.
In the jungle locale introduced today,
I feel like dying, dude.
you'll be able to take on Astalos.
Well, they're all like doing like
The
Spider-Man
new Switch
shit.
skill swap system as well as new Silkbind attacks will be available for play. We'll have a few tutorial quests available for new players that will teach you the basic mechanics and moves. After mastering the basics, you'll be ready to take on other monsters in the demo to test your skills. For veteran hunters, an advanced quest will also be available where you can take on an extra challenging version of Sunbreak's flagship monster, Malzeno. The demo supports multiplayer for up to 4 players, and there's no limit to the number of times you can attempt quests. Get an early taste of Sunbreak action
That's
with this
awesome.
free demo. You can download it from the Nintendo eShop and Steam store page.
I got it early.
Also,
Shit, it's
we
on
would like for
Steam?
you to
I didn't know
keep
that.
2 things in mind when
Go on,
purchasing
Resident Evil,
Monster
let's go.
Hunter Rise Sunbreak. So you will be able to enjoy all the added contents.
13 gigs, Jesus
That's not
Christ.
bad.
Demo?
It's a big update.
Oh, for the
Yeah,
demo?
I was gonna
That's pretty
say, it's
bad.
huge
That's awesome.
for a Switch.
That means it's gonna be a lot.
It's gonna be a big chunk of gameplay.
Big Chungus.
Following Sunbreak's release, we plan to release a number of free title updates. Please enjoy this quick video preview of what's on the way.
This is one of the reasons why I love what they did with Monster Hunter and World is that they give you free shit all the time just for owning the game.
What's this?
Some of it you did have to pay for later on, like they did make stuff that was payable, but they gave you so much stuff.
It's Monster Hunter, dude.
Yeah. Well, no, that's the way I feel a lot of gaming companies should be. Give some free stuff, but also like charge when you have
Here
to.
we go.
Our first title
Coming up.
update scheduled for August
If we hit 2,000
2022
likes, they're gonna show Resident Evil 4
will
remake
add
next. I
Lucent
guarantee it.
Nargacuga.
But we gotta hit 2,000 likes, or they won't show it at all.
They told us this.
This
Yeah.
monster will be a part of the first free title update to come to Sunbreak post-launch.
Stop getting mad at us for not showing Resident Evil.
They're-
We're not in control.
they're not.
We're
not.
also adding a new area,
They're
the
just like, come on,
iconic
Resident Evil.
Forlorn Arena. With future title updates, we plan on including additional monsters, variants, and more.
Okay.
Our title update release schedule is as follows. The second title update is planned for a fall
That's probably actually
2022
really exciting
release.
if you're like.
I'm
The third
sure,
title update
yeah.
will come in
Into this
winter
game.
2022.
Yeah.
Very exciting for those that are. I'm
And
excited
there's
for you
more to
guys.
come
I
in
am too.
2023. Each
It's like
title
seeing the
update
Final
will
Fantasy
include
trailer
We're
from
so
last
close to
time.
2,000.
Like,
We're
someone's
gonna show
going
it
nuts
next.
right
We hope
now.
you'll check them
But
All right, here we go. Here we go.
Yes.
What is that?
RE5.
Oh man,
Or Monster Hunter.
more Monster Hunter. Like, I mean, we get it.
It looks just like WoW.
Monster Hunter
To be
Rise
honest.
Sunbreak
Yeah,
will be
I
released
can't skip. There's people
worldwide
here that are
on June
excited.
30th,
Don't worry, it's coming.
skip
It's
anyone.
coming.
So wait, so they're releasing the demo on the 14th and the full game on the 30th.
Yeah, sure.
Digital pre-orders for Sunbreak are now available on both Nintendo Switch
The hell
and
up.
Steam.
People are just losing it in the
And
chat.
I
man.
am kind of.
Pre-orders will also
There you go.
receive
There you go, boss.
Yeah, you can
bonus
bet on
simulator, I got
You got it.
Calico
Hell
layered
yeah.
armor set.
4,500 people watching.
4,500 people.
We're
Hell yeah,
planning
welcome,
on
guys.
keeping you updated.
Really
with
love Monster
more
Hunter.
information.
Really do like Monster Hunter.
Please visit the official
All of
website
this.
and follow Monster Hunter
I
social
hope we get
channels
this
for
much
more
Resident
info.
Evil like length of
That
stuff.
wraps
Me
up
too.
our news
Me
for
too,
Monster
yeah.
Hunter
They probably
Rise
will.
I
Sunbreak.
would guess they will. Too.
Here we go. Here we go. All right,
Thanks
give
for
us
that's-
more
joining
hypes
me
in the
and
chat.
enjoy the rest of the Capcom showcase.
Let's go.
now we will present the
I thought they
Capcom.
were gonna show more.
Here we go. Capcom Spotlight. Oh, it's Street Fighter.
6.
Yep,
Coming
that's-
soon.
There's a lot of hype for this one.
I know.
The
It's-
next
it's very
generation of
cool.
Street Fighter is currently in
It's your fault.
development and has something fun for everyone to enjoy. Fan favorites Ryu and Chun-Li will be heating
Chun-Li!
up the
Get those
stage
legs in the
alongside
chat,
some of the
baby.
Newest fighters, Luke
Get
and
them
Kang.
thighs in the
Those
chat, yo.
thighs in the chat.
Breathtaking new visuals. Unleash unprecedented
I'm gonna get
battles
those thighs.
with the
Tell me
all-new
thighs.
battle system.
Not gonna lie, this
Street Fighter 6
Looks good.
The
reimagines
soundtrack
the
is
fighting
hype, though.
game experience with new modes
It
that will allow you to
is.
experience
In the very
Street
first
Fighter
trailer,
universe.
it hyped me up. I didn't even play Street Fighter.
What awaits you in this game? Look forward to our next announcement later this year.
Oh, here goes.
Here's Rari.
You
Celebrating the
bastards.
35th
Only get one
anniversary
leg.
of the
Oh,
Street
got a
Fighter
bunch.
franchise, the Capcom Fighting Collection will be released later this
There it
month.
Ooh.
If this
Included
fucking
is the
collection
first
sells
ever
great,
release of
we're gonna
Red
get a
Earth
second one
outside
with
of arcades.
Rival Schools and Power
Hyper
Stone
Street
in it. I
Fighter
guarantee
2.
it.
Are you excited for that, Tony?
5 Darkstalkers titles and
You have
more.
no fucking idea.
10 of the best
Oh,
fighting games
MVC
from the
is probably
arcade
in this,
era
right?
are
Darkstalkers
included
remake.
in one package.
Yeah, yeah. If this
All
sells
of the
well, we
titles
will get a
included will be
Darkstalkers game,
playable
like a
online.
new one.
There's a lot of thirst
So
for those
play a
characters.
match
So, I
against
mean,
your
that-
friends.
The thirst alone would sell
Or
that
fight
game.
online against new challengers.
God, yeah.
Enjoy a full range of
Pocket
online.
Fighter. Oh, I love that game so much.
Capcom Fighting Collection will launch on June
said that.
24th, 2022.
All right, it's coming June
Pre-orders
24th.
are
Oh, I know what I'm
available
streaming
now.
that day.
Please
month?
visit
We're
the
in June.
official
Holy
website
crap.
for more
Right.
information.
Halfway through.
Here we go. Here we go.
Play the games you
Jesus.
loved again. Capcom
Oh, no, this is
Arcade
Capcom
Stadium
Arcade.
has
Cool.
expanded.
What? I wanna be there
Capcom
in real
Arcade
life.
Second Stadium coming July 22nd, 2022.
That's dope.
Saturday
days.
Night Slam Masters, Magic Sword,
Such a
Black
great game.
Tiger, Eco Fighters, and more.
on, Bob.
Combined for a total of 32 arcade titles.
I didn't know we were all
In
doing
addition
it.
to a bundle that features
I
all
was.
32 titles, each title is available for
You guys didn't help us hit
individual
2,000.
purchase
That's why they
and
haven't shown Resident Evil
with
4 yet.
lots of quality
Once we
of
hit
life
2,000 likes,
functions.
they'll show Resident Evil 4 immediately. That's just how it
All
works.
players will receive
Oh, you have the
some
rewind
for
option. That's
free
cheating.
when downloading
It just
the base
interrupts
game.
the current announcement and goes to
The
Resident
bundle
Evil 4.
featuring all 32 titles is available for
Immediately.
We won't
pre-order
already
now.
Yeah.
Get display frame set
The voice
one
is
as
like,
a
sorry,
bonus for
we're gonna do
pre-order.
this
We're
now.
so close. To everybody's happening, guys. Thank you.
Oh, they got the Mega Man
Capcom
fighting game in
Arcade
there.
Stadium title, Street Fighter 2.
Hell
The
yeah, that's my
World
favorite one.
Warrior.
Is it?
Yeah, Street Fighter
Free.
2.
There's your guy too, Guile.
Yeah, Guile.
Don't you like that?
Actually, no.
We hope you
they'll
try
see
out the Capcom Arcade Stadium as well.
He punches
Long
the
arms?
stretchy guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're flame.
Yeah, Dallas.
All right, here we go.
Yep.
Next up is an update on Capcom's new team-based action
Oh,
game.
we hit 2,000 likes. That means you get to look at
All
Exo
right.
Primal.
Right after Extra Primal, now they're
Yeah.
gonna show it. We hit it
Here we
after.
go. Hell, let's keep
Hi,
the hype
everyone.
rolling.
I'm Takuro Hirooka.
We hit
director
2K.
of
We
Exo
should have
Yeah,
it
next
now.
one it is.
It was
now.
too. It was a
We
little
have a
too
new
late.
trailer
Right.
to show
Once we hit
today
5,000 viewers as well.
that includes lots of gameplay.
All right, I'm
Let's take a
curious to
look.
actually see
That's
that
a good
too.
gameplay.
because I hope it's.
I don't think it looks that good though.
I don't think it looks that good, but I hope it's good. I don't know.
Very arcade-like. I don't think they're focusing that much on graphics. Ooh, wait.
It looks
Your
great.
personnel data indicates you
Does it?
are a
It's
suitable
good now.
specimen to join an ongoing experiment. Under my supervision, Ibius Corp conducts its most important research here. Welcome to Bikitoa Island.
The face looks like Virgil.
I was gonna say.
A little bit.
You have been selected for a live combat test. The first team to complete their assignment wins.
It's like Titanfall.
My archives encompass
Yeah, I was gonna say like
exhaustive
Titanfall. It's got a
records
little bit of Lost
human
Planet
history.
feel to it.
I don't
These
know.
annals are riddled
I don't think
with
I'd rather
errors
play like
and
World War Z if I want to play
institutional
like.
Yeah,
Your
exactly,
species
dude.
Like
is
Titanfall
susceptible to
meets
mass
Overwatch.
pollution.
Yeah,
Meets
I don't think
Dinosaurs.
I'm gonna like this one, to be honest.
Just not for me.
Humans
But I-
dread the
I do
other.
really want to play World War Z again. Because, like, it's crazy how many zombies they get on the train.
Yeah.
You just want to play like
That was a fun time to
This-
play
yeah.
that. That was really
this
good.
is Mechs vs
Even when one
Dinosaurs.
is revealed,
Yeah, it's next percent, which is probably cool. Yeah, it's dope.
Just like turn your brain off and grind, whatever.
Pretty much.
combat data is required
Yeah,
to
same.
develop the exosuit.
Yeah, I feel like
We're
regardless of
always
what kind of
reaching
skin
for
this
better.
like subgenre of game kind of wears, I don't like get into these.
Resists quantification and interesting variables.
Yeah, Destiny I'm not really into.
Behavior
Those type of
lies
games,
the
so.
answer. What is
Yeah, I mean, I
variable
used to like
shall
them,
become
Crash.
fixed.
but like, I don't know.
Humans.
Starfield looks
Fight.
super dope, dude.
Oh my god, I watched that yesterday. Oh,
Yeah.
The update for No Man's Sky.
So
though.
good.
Oh, come on.
That looks better.
Carnage module online.
It's huge.
Whoa, look at all those things coming, all those tadpoles, dude.
Yeah, the moon is leaking.
I call your attention to the unstoppable raptor horde.
They did not render those velociraptors very well at all. They were just like solid moving.
I forgot, guys. We have to hit 4,000 likes to show Resident Evil 4.
5,000.
We gotta hit 5,000 viewers.
Tony Mack said Virgil went to annoy someone in another game.
That's the Wizard of Oz.
I believe it.
Until we can figure out how to destroy Leviathan.
It's actually pretty good.
It might be fun.
It doesn't look
My
bad.
daughter's a little traumatized. She went to see Jurassic Park and the person gets
new
eaten by a dinosaur.
Oh, yeah?
It kind of messed her up a little bit.
The new one or what?
Yeah, the new one.
That's why it's PG-13.
It's very scary the first time
scared
seeing
shit
like
out of me when I was
dinosaurs.
a kid,
Like I
dude.
remember for me, like the first Jurassic Park,
hope you enjoyed the
we'd watch
trailer.
like that
Now,
bit of lamb
I will
meat
get
like
into more
drop onto the
detail about the
car.
game.
That freaked me out, just like the blood and the meat.
Yeah, it's
Developed by
scared me when I was a
Ideas
kid. The second one
Corporation,
scared me.
Leviathan is a next-gen AI that guides players throughout Exoprimal via voice navigation and augmented reality displays. Leviathan appears before players as a massive human-like figure, or as a surveillance drone called a Watcher.
Leviathan is Virgil. It's confirmed.
Mine.
The
Yeah.
trailer shows Leviathan unleashing
Stole
hordes
his
of
face.
dinosaurs.
Splatoon.
Players will battle these dinosaurs after being forced into Leviathan's infinitely repeating war games.
We'll wake you up.
Why is
when I record.
Leviathan bringing
Or
dinosaurs
are you
into our
doing it?
world?
sick.
And why is Leviathan
Yeah, JJ, go lay down
Come
for a
here.
bit. We'll call you.
Who's landing that shit on the script?
Game mode, Dino Survival.
Oh god, you heard Sharknado.
Oh,
Hell
there
yeah,
it
now
is.
here's dinosaur.
Dino-nado. Someone just said it.
Yeah.
I know, dude.
Exoprimal is a team-based
Brandon.
action game.
Yeah.
In Dino Survival, 2 squads of 5 race to
Stop
complete
it,
objectives.
Lance.
Could you imagine they bring
Teams must
Alex into the
follow
RE?
Leviathan's
You know,
Stop
yeah.
it, you
and
said
complete
it.
the
I
mission
didn't want to
before
give it
their rivals
attention.
attack.
I
No,
had to. Could you imagine?
No.
No.
I don't
Please
even know
don't
that.
put that
will
curse
feature
on
a
us, dude.
dynamic mix of missions.
Greetings from
In
Portugal.
fact, we
Welcome.
just saw
Shout
some
out
in
where
the
you guys are all
latest
from
trailer.
right now.
Okay.
There's
Everywhere
Dinosaur Call,
where you're
where
from.
teams must
Seen Italy
eliminate a
before. Shout
specific
out Italy.
dinosaur. In VTOL Defense,
Chad's gonna
teams
break
fight
Dinosaur
every
land.
Person
aircraft from
showed up.
dinosaur onslaughts.
I did.
Oh my
In
god.
data key security, teams
job.
escort a valuable asset to its
Shout out
destination.
America.
Destroy
you.
targets in Omega Charge with
Brazil,
the powerful Omega Hammer. In Energy Taker, teams compete to collect the most energy.
No, I was tired. I'm sick.
You also
Tell me to go
a
lay down.
strange and terrifying creature known as a Neo-Tyrannosaurus.
Michigan.
Michigan.
Denmark.
Situations where you directly
Iowa.
engage enemy players,
Martin.
there are other times where you band together with rivals to
really
take down a major foe. This
Wolverine.
variety of
Scotland.
missions will keep players on their toes. In Dino
Shout
Survival,
out
the
everyone
missions
that just
change
posted.
based on players'
Shout out
progression through the
Taco Bell.
game. The experience will be different every time you play, even in matches with familiar surroundings and objectives.
That's alright.
By playing Dino Survival,
guys.
you will
I'm here
unlock
too.
story sequences
I have it open.
Okay.
and also earn rewards such as experience points to increase your player and exosuit levels.
Oh, you can.
We'll provide more details about this at a later date.
Thank you. Moving on.
Now that we've detailed Dino Survival, let's move on to exosuits.
Thank God. Oh,
We showed 2 new exosuits
God.
today.
it looks good.
I swear, if we get a blurb of RE4 and moving on, we
Barrage
get
is an assault
like
roll
8 years
exosuit.
of
It
Monster
uses
Hunter
explosives to set
and
areas
fake Dino
ablaze
Crisis.
and
I won't be
bombards
mad.
enemies with ricochet
What
grenades.
if
Here.
being enough for the last one?
What if their whole 20
is
minutes
also an
or their
assault
whole
roll
10 minutes is
exosuit.
just Reapers?
I mean,
It wields a destructive
I'd be
railgun
kinda
to
pissed.
snipe from
Good
long
luck,
range.
bro.
Get a lot of mad
I think
people.
they're gonna
We
announce
have
the
even
villages.
more
Yeah, I don't think
exosuits
they're
to
gonna
share
RE0
with you in the
remaster.
future.
It's
So
not a
look forward
remake.
to upcoming
Yeah.
announcements.
Updated.
We have one last announcement
Again.
for today.
All right, here we go. Let's go.
Oh, it's a big one for Exo Primal, I think.
Oh, okay.
Take it for it.
I forgot they tell us they're gonna make 5 times before they're actually done.
Welcome
Pro
to my
Network
research
test.
Oh, hell
facility.
yeah.
Holy shit.
We're conducting a closed network test for Exoprimal.
Wow.
Players will be able to try the
is.
game ahead of release.
I wasn't being sarcastic.
Join it and say you signed up for Dino Crisis and you were disappointed.
Help us test the game's
Oh,
online
really?
I thought
infrastructure
that was Regina.
and make improvements ahead of launch. Sign up to participate today. The closed network test
coming,
will allow
guys.
you to
Coming.
experience Dino Survival before
gotta
the
hit
There you
game
go.
launch
The-
next
the
year.
17
We look
Exoprimal
forward to
fans
having
be
you
happy.
join
Okay,
in.
next.
Probably a lot of people excited, but it's next. All right, here we go. Oh,
That's
still
all for
talking?
today.
Thank you.
We plan to release Exoprimal in 2023.
Oh shit, guys!
After you said that's all for
Until
today.
then,
You got
keep an eye on our website and social media.
Okay.
Okay, be nice. Be
Yes.
nice.
I'm joking.
Thank you for watching.
Not you, him. Be nice.
I'm
Sorry.
nice. All right, here we go, guys. Almost 5,000 people
This is
here.
it.
All right.
Reverse.
Oh,
Let's go.
We have a message
Oh,
about
Dragon's
Dragon's
Dogma.
Oh, there you go, Tony.
Recently
There
celebrated
you
its
go.
10th anniversary.
You called it too.
Dragon Dogma.
Oh. Oh, it's new, dude. Get hype for Dragon's
That was the
Dogma.
first game.
That was from.
Michael Downs. People were saying this.
No, that was from freaking Doctor Strange.
10.
I didn't watch that yet.
There's an anime too.
Yeah, it
Hi,
was
everyone.
terrible.
I'm Hideaki Itsuno,
Oh,
game
okay.
director at Capcom.
Yeah, it's
A few weeks
Tsuno.
ago,
It's the guy
we
behind Devil May
celebrated
Cry.
the 10th anniversary
Yes,
of
yeah,
Dragon's Dogma. Thanks
We
to
do it.
all of you for joining
We
us
do it.
in this celebration.
No, it's not Age.
The world of Dragon's Dogma has since spread to various different kinds of media, ranging from games such as Dragon's Dogma and the Dark Arisen expansion
Holy crap, we got
to
5,000
digital
people right now.
comics
Yeah.
and a
Cool.
Netflix original animated series.
Pennsylvania.
In the coming days, we will be releasing a video celebrating 10 years of Dragon's Dogma,
Is it like a
talking about how and what Dragon's Dogma came to be. So whether you're a longtime fan or just curious about the series, we'll have something for you to enjoy.
I thought they were gonna like
We hope
remaster it.
you check it out.
Did he just announce an
Once
announcement?
again, thank you all
I mean, I will.
so much.
So yeah, if people don't want to see Dragon's Dogma, the
Tony's
16th,
probably
check it out.
All right, here we go.
And
Yeah,
now
I'm just gonna keep
we'll
that
show
video
Everyone
like
shut
that.
the hell up.
Oh,
Here we
Shut
go.
your mouth, Tony.
Let's go in the chat, guys. Let's go.
Reverse. Shut up.
Hello, everyone.
Here it is.
I'm Tsuyoshi Kanda,
Oh.
the producer of Resident Evil Village. Thanks to all of our fans, Village has sold over 6 million units worldwide.
Hell yeah.
Everyone on the team is incredibly happy to see so many people enjoy the game. Thank you for your support. The Resident Evil series continues to bring fun experiences to people around the world. We want longtime fans and people who are new to Resident Evil to enjoy this storied franchise. Let's start with this video.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
World.
World premiere.
Zip, zip,
Here it is.
Whoa,
They are,
it is
they are.
16 years.
Yes.
Oh, 16
What I
years.
needed. It's all right. Let's get it over with. It's all right.
16.
Holy
Wow,
shit.
they jumped, dude. Shh.
I can show you things even Chris doesn't know I can do. I want to live a normal life.
Right, it was the DLC. Whoa. She's coming back. The Duke is a fifth lord, I call it.
Ew, something just moved on her hand.
Oh,
Shut up! What's going on?
What? Weird. We're fucking old and telling her. That's my guy.
Just like
Oh no.
Now we have a new little rabbit.
You called
I
it.
called it.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, dude, I called it.
Shadows of Rose. Holy shit, dude.
Let's go!
Oh my god.
I don't know about this.
Contact
The mercenaries got
New mystery stuff too.
Motor punching!
Alright.
Oh, you can do your...
Oh my god.
You can be big lady.
That's all.
Yes, the slam.
Now that's cool.
What the hell?
That was dope,
Okay.
dude.
That was smart of him to jump right into that.
God.
All right, yeah.
That's great. That's fucking
Holy
great.
There's
shit.
gonna be more.
That's fucking awesome.
Bro,
There's more.
why is it showing third person?
And it's showing his face.
Third person!
Ethan's face?
Oh,
No
okay.
way.
We
Oh
get
my
legit.
God.
That's actually huge.
Dude, that is huge. Oh my god, dude, this is 7-2.
Great.
Big.
That's huge.
Let's
Oh,
go.
what
Gold
if-
edition.
What if they do that when they update
Gold
7 and we get
edition,
third
let's
person
go.
7?
Yes.
I'm so glad.
Yes. Yes, let's
They
go.
pulled an RE5.
Flash free.
10/28.
Oh my
October
God.
28th.
Oh,
That's close, dude.
so far
away, it
4.5
feels.
months.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Can't complete the side road.
We're happy
Yeah,
to
no.
reveal the DLC for Resident Evil Village we promised last June. We think this new experience will be worth the wait.
Yeah.
This DLC includes 3 major features. First, the third-person mode.
That's big.
Many people asked for this,
Why
and
not?
you were
It's
able
great.
to add it into the game. Now,
is so
you'll be
good
able
for
to see
so many people
Ethan
who
as he
can't do
desperately
first-person
fights for
games with
survival.
motion
Players that
sickness.
have already
know.
experienced Ethan's journey can enjoy the new
love it.
perspective
Ethan
and
too.
animations
Get
too.
Chris third person.
The
too.
Mercenaries returns with additional orders
we probably
in an
play
arcade-style
as
action game
Mercenaries third
where
person,
focus
too.
has been put on the exhilarating
Yes, it
feeling
is the
of
game.
defeating relentless hordes of enemies. New stages are included, as well as additional playable characters such as Chris Redfield and Heisenberg.
I think
Of course,
that's the
Lady
coolest.
Dimitrescu
Smash
will be
in
there
their
too.
hand.
We've
Heisenberg
really
with the
fueled
camera.
this
How's she
mode
gonna
up.
fit in like certain places?
Enjoy looking down on
It
your
looks
foes
like they have the new
Yeah.
melee
feet
move.
above as
No?
Lady Dimitrescu slashes her
Like
enemies
4, 5, and
aside.
6. So it looks like they have new melee.
Who plays Moreau though?
No.
Not yet.
Lame.
They're
Is
coming
one
later.
you've
I bet.
surely been waiting
Shadows
for.
of-
An additional
Madonna.
story,
Here.
Shadows
I don't
of
know.
Rose. Today, let me
I called
introduce just a bit of
know.
this
Maybe.
story.
This is like
Really
psycho
good.
tripping. I think this is all going to be in our
Rose,
head.
We
the
getting some
beloved
story?
daughter of the main protagonist Ethan, is now a grown-up main character in this new story mode. In this sequel to the main story of Village, you can experience Rose's struggles with the terrifying powers she was born with. To break free of the curse of her powers, she enters the consciousness of the Megamycete. There, she meets a girl who looks just like her.
Evil.
In this
like
mysterious
Kingdom
realm of consciousness,
That's
time
right.
and
That's
space
right.
is warped beyond recognition. Rose is guided by a being who calls himself Michael, who might be of assistance with removing her powers. Shadows of Rose is set completely in a third-person perspective. In the realm of consciousness, you won't only face creatures, but the world itself seems to be attacking you. Enjoy the horror of the world itself being your
Like
greatest
evil
enemy.
within
Yeah,
type
it is.
shit.
She's just like it's in her
How
head.
will
She's-
Rose find freedom from her mysterious powers?
Moldy, dude.
She's molded.
Holy
The
shit.
DLC for Resident
Get
Evil
Nero's
Village
arm? What?
Winter's
Yeah, a
Expansion
little.
includes
Get it
all
over,
3 of
dude.
these major additions.
I didn't think they'd give us that
In
much.
addition,
though.
They gave us a lot.
They gave
Resident
us a
Evil
lot,
Village
dude.
Gold Edition, a bundle of Winter's Expansion with the
Oh,
base
yeah.
game, will be released simultaneously. The
think
release date is planned
It's
for
going to fucking
October
Stadia.
So it's
28th,
all. Yeah, it is
2022.
too.
Resident
I
Evil
will admit,
RE
it was kinda hoping
will
for some
also
VR.
begin service on the same date, October
Oh, there
28th,
you go.
2022. We hope that
Same
you
day.
are
It's the
looking
same.
forward to
Yeah,
it.
it does.
Damn, we're gonna have a busy
Yeah,
day.
it's gonna be a really big
How
day.
did you like that?
You gotta take work.
I liked it.
Gee, that was
Also,
talking. I like
as already
talking
announced,
about it.
we are working on making the main story of Village available on Mac, so that
On
even
Mac?
more people
There you
can
go.
enjoy Resident Evil.
Wait, what? Mac is powerful enough to handle that?
In addition, the
Yeah.
main
Yeah,
story
so
of
long as
it has
Village
the
is
right
planned to be
components.
playable
Coming
on
out.
PlayStation VR 2.
Oh!
yeah.
We're working hard on bringing
If
you
they
the ultimate immersive
announced that last
experience
time.
worthy
Yeah, I
of
can't wait
next
for
gen in Resident
We don't have a
Evil
date.
Village.
That's the biggest thing,
Looks
honestly.
amazing, too.
So
Yeah,
look
that's a big
forward to
draw right
future
there.
announcements.
Future announcements.
Here we go.
Up next, a game that was announced just a few
4.
days
Here it
ago.
is, guys.
Here
Let's
it
get those
comes.
4s in the chat, guys.
Everyone, shut up, Tony.
No,
They have a date. They already did.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, next year. Here we go. Love that intro.
RE4 hype.
Hell yeah.
let's get the goats in the chat.
No, RE4 hype.
Yeah, we hyped.
Come on, guys, break chat.
Yeah, the movie goes.
Castanets.
They're gonna show us face, I guarantee it.
Oh yeah, epic face reveal.
The same trailer, with different perspectives. It's the same thing.
Dude, there'll be more.
Sure, I'll do it then.
6,000 people here. Awesome, guys. Lumpy.
Guess you, me. Picked the wrong spot to vacation, eh?
Also for the same.
It's exactly the same for
Just one more.
You will receive our most sacred body. It begins now.
Yeah, I love that intro. That
I
intro was
love
really
it.
good.
All right, more. Give me more now.
They're
This
going
fades
to-
in
Some more.
They're gonna talk about it.
No.
Oh, I could just forget what happened
Oh!
tonight.
moment.
The pain.
There it is.
Even for a second.
Didn't show that. No.
This
That's
time,
all they're gonna show, right?
But his
it can
face,
be
yeah.
different.
Oh
Hell
boy.
yeah!
Oh!
Highlights.
Bingo!
That's
What was he
good.
gonna say? Oh, okay.
Nice
It
hair.
looks great. It looks great.
Wait.
Got way more.
Hi everyone, I'm Yasuhiro Anpo, director of Resident Evil 4.
And I'm Yoshiaki Hirabayashi, producer of Resident Evil 4. This title is a reimagining of Resident Evil 4, based on the original 2005 release. Similar to other titles in the series, we are carefully preserving what makes the original title special, while updating it with modern flourishes for everyone to enjoy when it launches in 2023. Today, we'll reintroduce a bit of the game's story.
Let's go. Hit that like if you're hyped.
Resident Evil 4 is set 6 years after the events in Raccoon City, depicted in Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3. The main character of the game, Leon S. Kennedy, survived the Raccoon City incident and was assigned as an agent directly under the President of the United States. Leon is dispatched to a quiet village in Europe as part of a mission to rescue the kidnapped daughter of the President. You might notice Leon is much more mature and fearless due to his past experiences. The Ganado, the main enemies of this game, wait for him.
Ooh.
Holy
The
shit.
experience of being attacked by hordes of crazed Ganado is truly an iconic moment from Resident
Show
Evil.
the chainsaw. Come on.
In order to truly bring out the concept of terror of people controlled by madness, the Ganado have been completely redesigned.
Let's take a closer look
Oh, here we go.
Yes,
at the
Let's
game
do it.
itself.
Gameplay.
Oh,
We do
right.
it.
Here we go.
The over-the-shoulder camera returns.
Honestly, I was actually happy with just what we saw.
Leon
Same.
arrives at a dense and dangerous forest. We want to nail the feeling of loneliness and fear of not knowing what lies ahead, even more so than the original. Of course, there will also be thrilling battles. People that played the recent Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3 should find this familiar.
Hope there's no yellow tape.
Look forward to future announcements, where we'll have more information on the game.
They're showing a
Resident
lot.
Evil 4 is being developed for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, Series S, and PC.
I gotta get a 5.
The release date will be March 24th.
Oh my god, that looks so
2023.
good, dude. That looks super creepy.
We are aiming to create a Resident Evil 4 that everyone can enjoy, so please look forward
It's
to
so
it.
soon.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Hell yeah, no, that was
Thank
awesome,
you.
dude.
Oh.
They showcased way more than I was expecting between Village and 4.
That looked incredible.
That looked insane.
It's CBX, let's
I
go.
thought they were just gonna.
What did you think about the latest information
Wasn't
on
enough?
Resident
Very
Evil
good.
Village
No, it was good.
and Resident Evil 4?
Good stuff.
Both games are currently in development.
No PS4, I didn't see any.
For those that can't wait
Just
for the
Blaze Gun and
release,
PC.
check
Yeah.
out the following games.
I don't blame them.
Holy shit.
World
Getting the
premiere,
new
guys.
World premiere.
What?
Oh,
Street Fighter
Dino
7.
Crisis?
Oh, dude.
Mega Man?
Whoa.
7.
Oh yeah, we said they were gonna
Yes.
show
oh,
us.
here we
Bring
go.
them all.
The update.
Oh, it's the
Give
updated
us
one.
third person.
Yeah.
Third person RE7.
Banger.
I love that intro, man. That's my favorite. So good.
Oh, it's so good.
Come on, replace Chris. Replace Chris with 8's Chris.
Hell yeah, Resident Evil 2, baby. One of their best games of all time.
Dude, so good. Smash like if you're hyped, you guys. Let's see how fast we can hit 3K. This is insane. This is way more than I was expecting. I love this song. Jillian Valentine.
Resident Evil 3.
They're adding back
uncut.
everything that they.
I'll be so happy.
Resident Evil 3 cut, uncut,
They're
recut,
adding in all
again.
the like the shading and what is that?
Oh, yeah.
They're adding
Ray tracing.
4K.
tracing,
These two
yeah.
Shadows return for the H generation with
Shaders and shit.
shaders and shit. Yeah.
Shaders.
Yeah.
Shaders.
Resident Evil 7,
Baby
which
shade.
brought the series back to its survival horror roots, and the reimagining of classic titles
Did.
Resident
They watch
Evil
road
2
videos.
Oh, yeah, they do.
They do.
and Resident Evil 3. These three titles, built with RE Engine, return with current-gen features including support for 4K,
Ray tracing.
high frame rate, and ray tracing,
That's big. I mean,
as
it's free.
well as 3D
If you
audio
have
for
them.
an even more immersive
3D audio.
experience.
3D audio.
I wish I
These
did.
titles are
I
available
don't
for
think that third
PlayStation
person is
5 and
7.
Xbox Series X
Yeah.
and Series S beginning today.
Oh, today.
That would be nice.
What?
Oh, that's it.
PlayStation
Wow,
4 and Xbox
immediately.
One
I guess we know what we gotta
players
play
will get
today.
a free digital upgrade to current gen
Hell yeah,
via
yeah.
the digital upgrade program and smart delivery.
Let's go.
For
Nice.
PC
Let's go.
users, an
Are you
update
fans eating
patch
good
will be
today?
available on the same date. For newcomers
Nice.
and veterans of
Playing
survival
Yeah, you
horror
too.
alike,
Not
we
me.
hope
Yeah, I
you
need
enjoy
to
work
the
in the morning.
immersion these
Sick.
new versions offer.
Work, dude. You're calling out.
Welcome
Thanks, Papa.
to the family.
Papa Giorgio.
That's all for today's announcements. Thank
That
you.
was a good way to end it.
That was really good.
Wait, is
I'm
that
happy with that,
is
dude.
it- is it over?
No.
No, yeah,
Or-
that's it. They're going over
That
all
wraps
that.
So what do
up
you think
today's
about
show.
Rose
We
being-
hope you're
That's
as
the recap.
excited as
It's
we
what
are
I
about some
wanted.
of our upcoming
Get rid of
games.
it.
We'll come
Thank
back.
you
We'll
to
talk about it
everyone,
later.
new
Yeah.
and old fans alike, for
Watch
tuning in.
the recap.
We look forward
Yeah.
to sharing more updates with you soon.
That was good. Show me more than I thought. More Resident Evil 4 than I thought. I thought they were just gonna show his face. Yeah, I thought it was only gonna be his face. And
I didn't know they're gonna
gameplay.
show actual gameplay like that.
Let's get a round of applause in the chat, guys. 6,000 people here, 2,000, almost 500 likes. Thank you guys so much for
You're
experiencing that with us.
satisfied? Get a plate in the chat because we're eating so good today.
We're eating good. Let's go back through it and kind of break it down and give our thoughts. And we got a special guest we're going to be bringing in here
Oh,
shortly,
yeah.
too. So let me just get the audio down
I'm
here.
Tsuyoshi Konda.
I'm going to turn the audio down so we can talk. Do we want to watch it all again? Yeah, let's watch
No, just let it play while we're talking.
it. Yeah. Village.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll be back in just one
Yeah,
second.
okay.
I'll
Sounds
be right
good.
back.
All right.
All right.
So
So we got Village DLC revealed. We got Resident Evil Village in third person.
mm-hmm.
We got add-ons for the mercenaries, Elchina Dimitrescu, Chris Redfield, and Heisenberg.
You build your own mech
Mercenary.
simulator.
Yeah,
Close
yeah,
enough.
that's
That'd
what
be
you
cool.
wanted.
That actually would be kind of cool.
Just
to
get the
have that.
hammer and start cleaving zombies. That'd be
Right.
awesome.
We got Reverse. We got Resident Evil 4 gameplay and Leon face reveal.
I can't believe it's 16 years after.
I know. I can't believe they're jumping that forward. Like,
People
how?
are
What are they
right.
gonna do with the story now?
They're not gonna go outside the village. Well, that's why.
There-
They're
yeah,
gonna
they're gonna contain
yeah.
it to
There was
this.
people saying that they thought the Megamycete was destroyed, but have you ever tried killing like a fungus colony, man?
No, I never
don't
have.
know. Well, it was said that it all exists within her. She's
Oh,
like
yeah.
the last of it.
She's like that. Yeah.
So I mean, if it's not back at the castle, if the castle is nuked,
And
this
it-
has to be in her head. Is
Dude,
what I'm thinking.
it showed the Duke as like a bad guy, which I did call.
How
this
do you
as,
know
like-
that though? He just
You
has a
don't know.
mask on right here. I bet. I think it's about.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit left, but yeah, like I said,
It's
what
like
if he's the
masquerade
fifth
mask.
Lord?
It was weird.
What if
you
he's
did
taking-
call that. You called
yeah.
that immediately.
You did.
I'm pretty proud of
And this
that.
is what I wanted because I want to get the superpower shit out of my Resident Evil. Honestly.
I know, Corey. I thought of you immediately because it was like Rose and the Duke's story just kind of wrapping up, like getting out of the way. And it looks like the objective is to actually rid herself of
Yeah,
those
yeah.
powers. So even if she was like a future protagonist, it looks like this might actually set her up to be a normal human again.
Right.
And
Or
this
something,
is
That's what
so
it
you're-
framed it as.
like how they did with 7,
Right
where
here's
they
gonna be the
just
Duke,
they
I
just
think.
dumped you into Ethan.
Right
Like
there.
you had no,
There he is,
you had
yeah.
absolutely no attachment to Ethan going into 7,
Dude,
which is
I
why
think
everyone
he's-
had a problem with him right away.
I think he's
so
gonna be
with
the villain.
Rose being in the DLC, you at least have some sort of attachment to her before RE9, which I think is a good way to set it
Yes.
up. And also her
Very
playing
good
in
idea.
third person
I hope
has
she's not
hope
in RE9.
that RE9 is in third person.
I hope
too.
it's not her though in RE9. That's the reason why I wanted that as my DLC.
right. Well, I mean, they set 8 up ending like she was going to be part of it.
Right.
I mean,
That's why now they're putting the DLC, and I'm, hopefully
Right.
they get it over with. Honestly,
right. I can't say she's probably not going to be in 9, but at
we don't
least
know.
there's
We'll know after the DLC.
Well,
Probably.
though after the
yeah.
DLC, it's free and it's coming October 28th.
Yeah,
8th,
20
yeah.
something. Yeah.
28th, I think. Yeah. So that's gonna be coming this year. I just message our special guest to see if he's ready to join us. We'll wait for Tony to get back before we bring him in, and it might actually throw our cameras off, so I might have to redo that.
Yeah.
I'll be able to jump in. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
back.
Tony is back.
Can I take a quick break?
Yeah, Corey's gonna take a quick break, and then once you get back, we'll bring him in because we're just kind of go through all of our thoughts. So, yeah, you can. That's what we think about the village. I think it's like Corey said, it's huge that they're introducing the third person because, like, as much as I like the first person, I really did. It's like I played a mod where it was almost completely remade aside from some jank. So like, why can't we just add like an official
Yeah.
mode so it's like 2 and 3, and now we got it, which kind of makes me want 7 like that too. But I'm not gonna be overly like
Why not?
greedy. I mean, it would be cool, but I'm excited now to see that third person. I want to go back through it and play it in third person. That's coming with the gold edition.
Yeah,
Yeah.
unfortunately, there's no Chris DLC, but you do get to see sweet, sexy Chris Redfield in third person.
So does that mean they're gonna make Resident Evil 9 based off of Chris infiltrating the BSAA? Yeah, that would make more sense. And I think Resident Evil, because it was either Resident Evil 9 was going to be based off of Rose or it was going to be based off of Chris.
Yeah, so like the Rose part is probably just like what bridges the gap to maybe the future of the series, but the whole Chris taking out the BSAA and stuff, that's probably what's going to be the next game. That's what 9's going to be, set in the past kind of thing, while this one's going to be future in the future.
Yeah, so
makes sense.
It showed Rose at whatever her home base of operations, whatever it was. So hopefully we get a taste of what they're working on with Chris in that, because she didn't just bloop right into the mansion to begin with. It didn't look like so. Hopefully we get.
It also looks like they're kind of tacking onto the trauma of Rose as like a kid growing up with those powers, because there was a line about like, look at her hand, what's moving, and it looks like she's dealing with some inner torment there. Sure. That's like the kind of what the DLC looks like it's going to be. So
good point.
That's good.
We don't know who that guy is yet, but I'm sure we'll see.
Watch that. That Rose look like it's just gonna be Evelyn.
I think he's trying to help her free herself for the Megamai seat. But I don't think.
I wonder if that's
possible
then.
I don't know if she's going there or if she's like being teleported there through the Megamai seat. Like I don't know. Like
or
this
like, could be her dreaming. It could be in her
could
brain.
be all in her brain, which would be interesting. So it's gonna be like a very different style Resident Evil game from what I'm seeing. But she does get a gun, which is cool. So at least she can protect herself.
I'd like to see Ethan.
Also,
go ahead.
Yeah, with the whole idea of seeing a mirror of herself, that's almost reminiscent of a part of Revelations 2 where Alex and Natalia, I'm not going to like do too many like spoilers there because you guys still got to play that, but the whole concept of mirroring yourself and kind of seeing a double, it looks like it's being done again.
Yeah, that is true. That is true, yeah. I guess we can get caught up on some of these super chats real quick, and then we'll bring in our guest, and we'll catch up the rest. So thank you guys all so much for the support. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Thank you all for coming by. We're going to break down everything and talk about it now. So I'm going to read a couple more here. We got Dakota Bishop with a $5 super chat. Thank you, Dakota. I hope they do a Dino Crisis remake. I think we all hope they do too, but unfortunately nothing on that during this. But one day, maybe if this does really well and sells really well and it's well received, they'll come back to it. We got James Reiner with a $5. Thank you, James. So hyped. Thanks for the stream. Thanks for coming by, man. That was better than I expected.
That was good.
That was really good. TGV with a $5. Thank you, TGV. Hey, JJ, Bob, Corey, and Tony, and Baggy. Glad to see you all here. I can't watch.
I can watch you on my day off now.
Hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
Thanks for coming by. We got Adarashi Denton Shi with a $2. Thank you, Adarashi. I'm worried about the Regenitors. I'm sure they'll be in there. They wouldn't get rid of them. They're still gonna sound like pugs.
I bet you they're gonna be scarier.
Hopefully they're
like pugs. Just can't breathe properly.
I feel bad for them. And then we got Bristleback Gaming with a $20 super chat. Thank you so much for that very generous super chat, Bristleback. Appreciate that, son. Capcom, please remake Outbreak 1 and 2, then make File 3. Keep doing your thing, bro. Thank you, and I agree. I would love to see.
Keep doing your thing, Bristleback.
Yeah, keep doing your thing. All right, we'll bring in our special guest now. Let me pull this up here. Let's hope we can hear him okay. What?
I don't know.
I can't find it.
Your computer's all screwed up.
Dude, it's bad. It probably. There you go.
That'd be good.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to.
Tony, your camera looks great.
Yeah.
It does. Looks awesome.
Beggy sitting in the void.
I like that too.
Hang on.
I'm gonna do this.
I can't believe they're doing third person like that. I mean, why not? But
yeah,
that was a shock to me actually.
You're right.
There's a lot of people asking
so
for it.
unexpected.
Yeah. I love that third person, dude.
It kind of makes me wonder how they're going to show these scripted events. Like, I'm sure it'll just play out in an engine as you would expect in third person. But like that would be really interesting if they worked in some kind of cutscenes for those scripted events while you're in third person. Yeah. That would look a lot more natural. But yeah,
I'm gonna put this up.
That'd be a lot more work though.
Right.
Oh man, imagine the Heisenberg fight in third person. That baby in third person.
That'd be nuts.
Was it?
Yeah.
I guess. I guess.
There we go.
I guess that doesn't have to change, but running from that baby in third person.
Wow. I don't know if that'll be scary or not as scary, to be honest.
You could see it from different angles. You could probably see it close behind you.
Right, but the thing is, you don't see it in first person, and then when you turn, you see it. That's what the scary part is. You don't know where it is.
Or what if you turn so you're running towards the camera and watching it follow you? That'd be terrifying.
Yeah, that would be too.
Yeah.
Kind of, but like the thing about third person, I actually talked to the writer of Resident Evil Village about this in a podcast, and he was discussing how like there's a lot of house Beneviento segments that won't work as well in third person. So I genuinely wonder what they're going to do there, because think about like hiding in the closet hiding under the bed in the bedroom. Like, you know how silly that would
That's
kind
what I
of
was
look?
thinking,
Like, I'm
right?
sure they could
The whole
make
thing
it
is
work,
not being able to
but it would be
see.
a lot less
Yeah.
effective.
That's why first person has more of a horror, in my opinion.
I'm bringing in our guest.
Yeah.
Vibe.
That's got to be scripted events for that stuff, Beggy.
No. They'll do
Yeah,
something.
definitely.
Join.
They gotta do something. Everybody sees who it is now.
Yep.
Still connected.
Still connected. Hey, there he is. How is it going? I would like to welcome Alpha Omega Sin to the Residents of Evil. Thank you for coming by, man.
RE4 hype.
Hell yeah.
RE4
Hell
hype.
yeah, dude. What did you
RE4
think?
hype.
Okay, you probably just watched it. Where is your hype right now? Are you excited? Were you expecting that much?
So I didn't think I thought that they were just going to give us the same trailer and be like, "Hey, it's coming out," and then move on. Like they were just going to give us the logo, and it would just sit there for a couple of minutes and be like, "Aw," and then they go to Exo Primal, and then we're just sad that we're not getting Dino Crisis, and then we go, "Aw."
That's what weird.
But it was kind of cool because Leon, to me, looks more like how he does in the original Resident Evil 4 than how his model looked in the RE2 remake. And I thought that was interesting. I mean, granted, it's like, what, 6 years later? So obviously mature, but I thought that was really cool.
For sure. For sure. So, just so that I can introduce you, Alpha, we have the row team here, the entire team. We got Bob, Corey, Tony, Baggy, and then for all of you guys, Alpha Omega Sin, one of my favorite creators growing up. I used to watch all your videos. I loved them. And you came back now and you just made a video about Resident Evil 4 Remake. And I got to say, I was very hyped for it. And I don't know how I could be more hyped for it, but somehow your video got me more hyped. And you also just made a video on Callisto Protocol, which I got to check out. But yeah, man, it's great to have you here. It's good to finally talk with you. And I've been a big fan of yours for a long time.
You guys cover all this stuff like to the nines, and I love that because it's like it's one of those things whenever you've been into the franchise since like literally day one, and then you get to see like where it's at all these years later. Because by the time this comes out, and it makes me feel old even saying, but it's like we'll be 2 years removed from Resident Evil's 20th anniversary when the RE4 remake comes out. And dude, that just blows my mind to think about because I remember going out and getting the game, and then just like have been talking about it all these years. And I love seeing like everybody in the chat that's hyped about it, everybody that was on stream that's hyped about it. It's one of those things like you love being a part of that shit.
It's definitely an exciting time to be a Resident Evil fan. And from what I'm seeing so far, because like you, I didn't think they were going to show much more, but we got to look at Leon's face, which I think it looks great. And just as expected, it looks like it's going to be the same model from Resident Evil 2 Remake. Definitely. We got a little bit different revision with his jacket that looks much more in line with the Resident Evil concept, Resident Evil 3.5. So that's interesting. Some of the leaks had suggested we're going to see some Resident Evil 3.5 elements, which I know, Alpha, you're excited for too. And then like they actually showed us gameplay, and it looks much more in line with Village, but creepier.
It was so creepy.
It's very dark. It's very like you can hear the crows. It's got instead of having brown, it's like a much darker blue tint to it. And it looks good, and I'm excited to see what they're going to be able to do with that in the RE engine. And I just hope they do it justice, because man, Resident Evil 4, big shoes to fill.
Oh yeah.
So I'll start with you, Alpha, one more time. What was a highlight that stood out for you from this event? Because there was a lot to cover.
Well, one, like, I have these unrealistic expectations of things that I want to see resurrected and brought back. So I'm always just sitting there, like, fingers crossed and hoping for something like Dino Crisis and Breath of Fire and Darkstalkers and stuff. And granted, we are getting Darkstalkers, sort of. But, like a new one, like a new entry. I want it to look like, the new Guilty Gear games or something. Oh, yeah. But, I just kept on thinking, like, man, what if they just dropped a subtle hint that we'll get a remake of Code Veronica? But, I knew what I was going to be getting myself into, but the thing I wasn't expecting was the third-person mode for Village. I was just like, dude, wait a minute, where'd this come from? And it's cool just because, handsome Ethan Winters running around, now we can officially have his face, on screen and shit. And I'm just like, that not only unexpected, but like a most welcome thing, and now won't have to leave it up to the modding community to take care of it all the time.
I agree. They did a good job, but it was a little janky. So to have it be fully completed with the AAA developers, it's nice. And it's like, you've seen how well it was in the mod. Like, why can't you do that with the actual game? So you can feel a little more attachment to these characters. And they're doing it, which is crazy because I never thought in a million years they actually would.
Right.
Yeah.
The only thing that made me feel bad is every time I see Ari verse get mentioned, I'm just like, I don't care. Just give me mercenaries mode.
That's honestly
That's all I primarily
Yeah.
want. I'm like, I don't really need this. This is what I want. It reminds me of that one meme where it's a car salesman who's like slapping the car and everything, and I'm like, yes, I'd much rather have
Oh,
mercenaries
for
mode.
sure, man. Like, yeah, especially with 3, which is, well, it's coming out for Resident Evil Village, but like they got rid of the mercenaries mode in 3, and that was like probably my favorite mercenaries mode.
Oh yeah.
And then Village brought back mercenaries, and it was good, and they're
It's
bringing
alright.
characters to it. That's fine, but it wasn't the same. You know what I mean? And it's like now they're giving us Reverse, and honestly, I don't care, but they are giving us DLC, so it kind of makes up for it. So it's like, okay, well, we still got more to play from the Village experience, and it looks like, I don't know for sure, but it looks like the Duke's gonna be the big bad in this.
Yeah.
So what do you think about what do you think about the Duke going?
Dude, that was something that like I just from what I'd seen so far with that, it seems like Rose is kind of she had touched that one thing, and it seemed like she was kind of going into her own head, and she's trying to like overcome her own like personal demons as well as rid herself of these powers, just because it seems to torment her rather than like make her life any better. And you got to see like all the trauma and stuff that she was going through just through like inner monologues. But it seemed like that's none of that's obviously going to be like the real deal, because the whole place got like carpet bombed and just went up in a big puff of smoke. But seeing the Duke like that, like I always want to see more background on the Duke, and I also want to hear something like, yeah, him and the merchant from Resident Evil 4, they hang out and stuff in their spare time. I'm like, this is fantastic. I love this. Please, more
just,
of that.
It's just
But
the merchant in the bat suit.
It'll be weird because like it calls back again to when they were first trying to develop Resident Evil 4, Devil May Cry became a spin-off from that, because they were going to do a main character with superpowers. Now all of a sudden we have Rose, who's got all these different powers and isn't the conventional Resident Evil character who's just running around with guns and ammo and all that to take down hordes of enemies. And so this will be something that kind of reminds me of that and just made me think about it.
For sure. What about you, Tony? What stuck out for you during this event?
Just honestly, how good. I mean, we got a lot of updates on different games, like Monster Hunter fans are eating good in the neighborhood. Like they're having a blast right now. And with Resident Evil 4, that just looked incredible with the the lighting, everything that they had. It's being played at night. It's really horror. It's got that 3.5 aspect to what old Resident Evil 3.5 was supposed to be, and I'm loving that. And like I said, I think in the last video we talked about, like, I just want to see the Hookman, but like in a painting, because I know we're not gonna get the Hookman, but I would just love to see like a painting of him and have him be like a puzzle or something. But I don't know,
cool.
right? Like it would be amazing to see something like that. But like little hints and nods there to the old stuff, because which is what they did in Resident Evil Remake 2, a lot of stuff to 1.5. So I don't know, like I'm just happy with a lot of things that Capcom are doing right now, in terms of Street Fighter, in terms of Resident Evil. Everything just from this just made me happy as a massive old school Capcom fan. I'm just excited for everything here.
Agree. And I think going to the Hookman with the much darker, more horror focused tone they're doing here, and then Leanne being infected with the Lost Plagas, who's to say we couldn't do some sort of hallucinations at some point during this game and get a reference to the Hookman? And it turns out like he goes to attack the Hookman and he comes to, and it was Ashley. You know what I mean? That would be pretty cool.
Dude, that's something I kept on thinking about. I'm like, we already know that Leon had hallucinations and had all these nightmares.
Yeah.
They most definitely could have a section where they pull back from the more grounded, or about as grounded reality as RE4 can be considered, and go more into like the psychological paranormal horror aspects of 3.5 that it was dabbling in when it was first shown off, and do something like that, even if it's just separate from all of that, and then he wakes up from it. And I like your idea where he's trying to go and take down Hookman, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh dude, you almost just murked the living shit out of Ashley. That would be horrifying, but it would also just like help set the tone of everything that he's going through a lot better.
It would show his descent into madness. And one last thing to that before we get into baggies here is if Resident Evil was to continue that stalker character, I mean, it looks like we're getting Mendez, the big cheese, will be the stalker character, sort of like Mr. X or Nemesis. But I always said it would be really cool to have Dr. Salvador be the stalker character. So instead of hearing the clumps behind you, you hear the chainsaw revving. And then as the game progresses and as Leon becomes infected, you start to see the world change around you, and he goes to this other world, this hallucination world where now the character stalking you is the Hookman. And if he gets you, something's killing you. And if he doesn't, well, then you almost killed one of your friends or something. I don't know. I just think that'd be pretty cool. There's something to do. Yeah. What you said you would like a stalker character too. Which one were you talking about, Alpha?
I mean, I was talking about having Hookman,
so yeah.
just because I always like the idea of seeing like any kind of progression from start to finish with a game that you not only get to see visibly, but you can see that like Leon's psyche is obviously like deteriorating, where he's having trouble differentiating, fact from fiction. And to see something like that would be cool. But if we're getting a chainsaw through like one of those wooden shacks all of a sudden, and you're just having to go and hoof it for your life, I'd be all for that too. I mean, anything in general, just because they already have like the programmed AI for a stalker-like character, thanks to Mr. X and thanks to Nemesis, that they could go all out with this. And for how big Resident Evil 4 is, there'd be all sorts of places for you to run and hide, or just try to get away. And I'm hoping that if they do something like this, I want them to build upon the interactivity with the level design so that you can become more strategic, where it's not just like, you climb up a ladder, hop over a ledge, knock down the ladder. Like, I want them to just go balls to the wall and do even more with it. So it's not just like a straight up shooting gallery every time you enter in an area and they just start spawning in. Like, I always like
almost
that
something
idea.
like more focused on defense, fortifying, and your actions that you're doing will build up to something that will in return help your character. Kind of like when you first go into that building and you block the doors. Like, I get what you're saying there. Like, there's more ways you can fend off the onslaught of Ganados that are coming at you, and I think that would be really cool.
Like in the main village there, you boarding up windows, kicking over ladders and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, that would be awesome. Like, kind of call back to old horror movies too, like something like Evil Dead or like Dawn of the Dead.
Dawn of the Dead, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. What about you, Beggy? What was something that stood out for you during this, all of this stuff that they just dropped on us? What was something that was really exciting for you?
Honestly, there is so much here. One thing that stuck out to me through just your conversation, and your comments about the color tones that we see in the trailer, and this is also something that Alpha talked about in his video, I believe, was that like they've learned to harness all of these different color tones. So you see like the lush green of like the forest, you see the blue that's in the ponds, you see the brown that's in the village. All of them are coming together, and one thing that they're also starting to use much more, and learning to like obscure different environments so that enemies seem to like appear more sporadically and abruptly. And I think that is something that they could really make work here, especially with if you remember in Resident Evil Village, when you're first going to Louisa's house and you're going up through those little cornfields. And one of the most impressive parts of that entire game for me was how well they obscured the movement, the visuals, and the sound effects in that area with the lichens. And I feel like that can really be played up here, in terms of the Ganados and how they actually appear to the player on screen can be much more scary. And it feels like they really started to master the lighting tones, the fog effects. This is a much foggier kind of trailer than I expected. Both in the little passages that like Ashley passes through, as well as the main village, you see a lot of like kind of cloudy fog just like kind of hovering over. Another thing that kind of stood out to me was like the very overtly deranged, derailed look of the Ganados. You see like the little cluster of blood in their eye. They look very disturbed, and they look a lot more menacing, just how they've been designed in the RE engine. So I think there's a lot to look forward here. Obviously, like I've been saying in the past reveals, I want them to do a lot more with the lore, with the origin story of Osmond Sadler, Vitores Mendez, Ramon Salazar. So like all of these characters and how they've gotten to this point, I want that to be very rich. And obviously it's going to be reimagined, but granted, we have these characters to work off of, and we know that they were going to end up in the same position. So I'm very curious to see how they're going to remix those elements from the original origin story and work them into the remake with the three main villains. See a lot of stuff here that is just like very exciting. Honestly, for the next what, like 7-8 months, we have like constantly something to look forward
for
to.
sure.
So
There's a lot coming.
awesome.
I think the one thing I'm more curious to see with the Resident Evil 4 remake kind of is up to the game design. And if we look at, like, I've said this before, but if we look at Resident Evil 2, the remake, there's some things that were cut, but it was still a fun game because it retained the core essence of Resident Evil. A lot of people don't realize, but Resident Evil is kind of an open world game that opens as you explore, and then it lends to the backtracking. And I think one reason why Resident Evil 3 was kind of poorly received as far as being a remake is a lot of it was fast and broken up, so it felt more like you were playing a more linear movie as opposed to a game. There was moments that were open, like in the Raccoon City, where it really shined and it had that core essence of the Resident Evil style, but then it quickly went to, you can't go back, you can't go back. And Resident Evil 4 sort of had that originally, but I think the reason why so many people love Resident Evil 4, the original, and they say it's linear, but honestly it was like the same thing except each area was massive, so it didn't feel as linear. Each chapter you could go back for the most part in a lot of it, but each area was huge, like the castle, the village, like all these areas felt like they were big open world chunks. And I kind of hope that this game does more of that style of having big open chunks, as opposed to the faster, smaller, linear segments that feel like you're playing a faster paced movie. And I think that also lends to the design of the Mr. X or Nemesis stalker character, as they have more freedom to stalk you through these areas when it's more open ended and full of backtracking. So that's kind of what I want to see from this, is that they retain that a little bit more. And I think Village was more of that Resident Evil 3 remake linear. Aside from the village and the small sections you could explore, once done, you could not go back. And it felt like it was a similar style to Resident Evil 4, the original, but the areas were much smaller. And so I'm kind of hoping they lean a little away from that and go more into 7 and follow that style a little bit more.
7 was massively open.
7 had that very same similar concept to like Resident Evil 1, where it was all about the mansion, but then as soon as you get out of the mansion, you have all these other areas that open up, and then you can go back to those areas. So like, I think as far as core game design, that nailed the Resident Evil formula. I'm not saying a game has to be like that to be great. I'm just saying that that's what I would like to see as far as the game design, the map design.
I agree.
I really wish that they would have opened up Resident Evil 3 a lot more. It still to this day bothers me because in my head I kept on thinking, wow, there'll be a lot of Raccoon City that we get to explore. And I remember when I first got the game and I was talking to my friends about it, for like the millionth time was like, where are the spiders at? Why is this enemy type just suddenly gone from the series? And Nemesis felt overly scripted. Like, one, I thought that they rushed him into the main game way too fast.
Yeah.
And it didn't feel as scary because it felt more like something like an Uncharted.
Yeah.
Where it's a scripted event, just run, and hit the right buttons at the right time. But I just kept on imagining, like, man, wouldn't it have been cool if they had all these new doors and streets, different areas and like a business district where you get to run through and make plenty of them optional, just little side quests and stuff that you can do. And then, the obvious, all the areas that they cut, which is still heartbreaking. And I kept on thinking, like, it'd be nice if they had DLC for that, just so we can have Resident Evil 3 Remake Complete Edition. Because we're missing enemies, we're missing areas, it's just way too much.
I almost feel like...
But I am glad that at least RE4 Remake isn't being done up by the same crew, so we don't have to have nearly the same amount of worries on our shoulders with, this coming out early next year.
Yeah, so for anybody that doesn't know, just like Alpha just said here, Dev 1 did 7, 2 Remake, and Village. M2 did the Resident Evil 3 Remake, so completely different team outsourced. And M2 was originally going to do, if the rumors and leaks are to be true, M2 was originally going to do it, but after the reception of Resident Evil 3 Remake, they pulled it back in-house, so Dev 1 is doing 4. So I think, we can rest assured a little bit more. But to what you were saying, Alpha, I do feel like a lot of the things you said, I completely agree with everything you just said, actually. But I feel like the best portion of Resident Evil 3 was what we got in that demo. It felt the most like the classic Resident Evil 3.
You played the demo so much.
I did.
Dude, it's the demo is essentially like it's weird because it sets you up to think that it's going to be that exact demo and then some, and suddenly you're just like, where's the rest? And it's like, no, you already experienced like the best portion of it, and there was so much more that they could have done, and just I don't know, it's kind of heartbreaking because I really like Nemesis. Just that entire game, I realized that it wasn't even technically supposed to be like a mainline entry and all that, and it was just kind of like a bonus for PS1 fans while they were segueing into the next gen. But the game did so much for the franchise and for like survival horror. But man, it's odd because now I want them to either go back, remake the remake of Resident Evil 3, or just have somebody come in and add the additional content, because it's not like it's gonna hurt it.
I
either
agree.
way.
Yeah, I mean that was one of the things I loved about the original 3 was that it was so expansive on Raccoon City itself. RE2, you were just kind of thrown into the hut plate right there with all those zombies in front of you at the beginning before you get to Kendo's, and then that's it. You don't stay on the streets that much. RE3 just brings you everywhere, and I love that feeling in the original RE3, whether it was the park, going through the streets of the districts that they had, the construction area, the power plant, which it was in the remake, but not as good. All that stuff was what made the original great, and one of the few things I can say I loved about the remake was how the actors did such a great job with these legendary characters. I think that they all did amazing. I mean, we've had them on the channel before, and we've all interviewed and talked with them and stuff, but yeah, like that was like my favorite part of it. It just really hurt me because I was like, RE3 is my favorite of all time, and it got done dirty.
So much potential.
Yeah, especially because like RE3 is the first entry in the series where it's a very wide expanse of different types of structures to explore. For 1 and 2, you have a few different structures, these labyrinthine kind of buildings, and then you end up in a laboratory. But then 3, it's like you have the clock tower, which is like its own kind of labyrinth-like estate. And then you move on to the Raccoon Park, and you have like all of these different areas in between where you're trying to get like the battery. You're trying to make all of these pieces work for your car, and it's like it feels like a very nicely layered experience. Whereas like the remake, even like entire BOWs, like the insect BOW, is confined to that one tiny portion of the game. You never see him again. You never see like any more variety, So it's just like I hope that they really learn from the difference between very linear scripted experience versus like a more wide linear experience. Village got some of it right because you have the middle, like the central village hub. You go there to upgrade, there's like new puzzles, and RE4 looks like it's leading more towards hopefully that style too, because the original RE4, once you finish the village and you go to the castle, you can't go back to the village. And then once you finish the castle and you go to the laboratory, you can't go back to the castle or the village. But out of all of those segments, the village had the most replayability. All the way up until like the last portion of it, you could backtrack to anywhere in the village, really. The castle and the laboratory weren't like that, so I really wonder if they're going to mimic that kind of style of returning to one central location to like maybe meet the merchant, do some upgrading before nighttime falls and such. I feel like that would really help this game, and I feel like that's the kind of wide linear style that I would want, which is like kind of like the new term for these experiences that aren't quite open world, but they're not quite linear either. And I feel like that's like where Resident Evil belongs in this new age.
And just to that, like if we have that same style, as long as we can go back, because part of the fun is the grind in Resident Evil 4. It's finding the treasures, and having you be able to go back is like, I know there's some sections where like you can't go back, but the more they allow you to go back, the more it's going to be replayable, more exploration, more grind, more fun finding all these upgrades, then going back to the merchant. And if I gotta say, I'm excited to see the merchant. That's like the one thing I hope is in there is the merchant.
They're not gonna get rid of the merchant.
I don't think they would get rid of them. But yeah, we got the Regenitors, we got Krauser, we got a lot left to see. And I'm actually right now I am okay with what they've shown. That's good. That's all I need. I don't need to be spoiled. Like just give me a teaser before it comes out. Let me play a demo and closer to release, and I'm happy. There's gonna be plenty between the Resident Evil Village DLC, replaying 2, 3, and 7 with the ray tracing, playing it again in third person, playing it in VR. Like there's enough to keep us going. until Resident Evil 4 drops next year, which is less than a year away, actually.
It's 9 months.
9 months. So it's the time to make a baby is the time it's going to be to born Resident Evil 4 remake again. Resident Evil 4 Rebirth.
This is the
This is
baby.
so forward. I don't know what to do right now.
But I want to go through. I want to start with Alpha again, man. I appreciate you joining us, and I think that in the future we should definitely have more chats and discussions because there's going to be a lot to talk about. And just watching your videos, you get me hyped, and we agree with a lot of things. So, is there anything you want to say, Alpha, before we wrap this up?
I can't wait to hear one of the most terrifying things in the entire world, and that's the theme music for the Regenerators.
Evil pugs.
And like running for our lives and I want to see some of the kill scenes on the RE engine. Dear God, that's going to be something absolutely glorious. And also want to say one thank you a whole bunch for actually having me on here, because I like shooting the shit about this kind of stuff just because like I love geeking out about it. And also to everybody in the chat being extremely receptive and very cool. This is definitely my type of place. The whole Alpha team, I feel like.
Yeah, you are honorary Alpha team captain, my friend. And it's been a fun chat, and you were with your people, so it's cool that you came by to talk about it. And let's all give it up for Alpha Omega Sin coming by to hang out with us. Yeah, there you go. Let's get those in the chat, all the hype. Thank you, man. And then Tony, is there anything you want to close out with? Because I'm gonna do closing thoughts, then we're gonna go into the super chats. But I just wanted to see if there's anything else to touch on.
Not really. Like I said, I'm just really excited to be a Capcom fan right now. Like, we're getting so much. I mean, a little more Dragon's Dogma wouldn't hurt, getting something like that, or maybe a new Power Stone 3. But other than that, like, I don't really have much to complain about. Like, this is my favorite gaming company of all time, and they've really turned things around. Street Fighter 6 looks absolutely amazing. Resident Evil is staying strong, going strong, and then you've got what do you call it there? Like Monster Hunter is just dominating everywhere. And again, Capcom, if you're watching this, Monster Hunter could pretty much be a new Resident Evil Outbreak, okay? Because it's all co-op. You can fucking make it happen.
You want Outbreak?
No, I'm just so fucking happy.
Same. How about you, Beggy?
Similar feelings, honestly. Like, I'm very happy with what I'm seeing. Again, I think there's a lot of different ways that the lore and the origin story can be reimagined. Even from the original game, there were a number of creatures from the game files that never actually came to fruition, that were written down by Lewis. There are several different ways that they could reimagine, like El Gigante, the Regenerators, for example. It's like some of these things, without like secret files or lore, they aren't really explained by the game. To see how they actually reemerge in the remake is like the most fascinating part for me. Probably just the bioweapons in and of themselves. So like Tony said, this is an amazing time to be a Capcom fan. So
For sure.
I'm excited.
How about you, Corey and Bob? Corey, go first. What do you want to say closing this discussion out?
I just can't believe how much that this RE4 remake.
Yeah.
It's exceeding my expectations with what I thought they'd be able to do. And
same.
I'm happy. Keep going with what you guys are doing. You know what I mean?
Keep killing it. Yeah, for sure.
I'm loving it though, and I'm super hyped for this game.
Then for RE4, I know that it sounds like Nick is the Leon again.
He's gotta be, right?
And we hung out with him down at PAX, and yeah, he was telling us how RE4 was his favorite Resident Evil game he played growing up with his brother and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I know that he's going to do justice to the role, to some of the lines. I know they're probably not going to have all the cheesy things, like where's everyone going bingo.
Yeah, they have to have that. Come on.
At least in like a kill shot in a scene, he just like aims up and gets a headshot, bingo. Right? Yeah. Just something to call back. Something, be cool, right? But I know that it's going to do that justice.
Yeah, I agree, and I think that.
Oh yeah.
Everything we're seeing so far, because like when I first played Resident Evil 4, you guys know I wasn't a big fan when it first came out, and I've grown to love it. But when it first came out, I was kind of wondering where the horror is. Where's the scary Resident Evil again? It had its moments, it definitely did. But I'm excited to see a remake. I wanted to retain all what made Resident Evil 4 so special, the grind. I'm okay with a little bit over the top action. What I really want to see is like a much darker horror focused tone of that same game, and that's what it looks like we're getting. So I'm super excited.
It looks incredible.
Yeah. And then, one thing I hope that they don't do in RE4, it's a trap that I've seen a lot of horror games falling into recently. I talked about this a little bit before, is when they're having the stalker on me, they have it so fast paced you can't enjoy the scenery that's going on around you.
Yeah.
Like in some games where it's like you need to make sure you have batteries to keep a flashlight on, and you can't even enjoy half the game because you're worried about running, and you can't see anything and you miss it and you die and it's frustrating. So
Yeah.
just keeping things
Let you-
slower paced, creepy, sure.
Or
yeah,
be able to
but-
come back after.
Or be able to
So-
come back after.
Retain
Because
that
if they
progression.
rush you somewhere, then close it off. That's, I mean,
Yeah.
kind of like RE3. They drop Nemesis
They
on you
better
right
have
away
a
and you have
bingo
to start
side
running.
game.
They better have a bingo side
That
game.
should be
Hell
there,
yeah.
yeah.
Side game, yeah.
That'd be amazing.
But
I definitely agree about them kind of slowing down certain sections of it, just because like the atmosphere is something you end up missing out on when you're too busy like frantically running for your life. Which like I want to see them strike that really cool balance of action and horror. And I'm still hoping that we get puzzles. I know it's not like the most like important aspect of it, but it's like a longtime fan. I always like seeing them.
Dude,
included.
that's a must. Puzzles.
They
yeah.
are.
And they had good
With,
puzzles
like,
in the
3,
original.
And with 3, they got rid of them.
Yeah,
Oh.
so hopefully they'll bring it back. But yeah, that was a really good discussion, guys. Again, thank you, Alpha Omega Sin, for coming to join us. It's good to chat with you, and I got to check out your Callisto Protocol video because I'm really looking forward to that game as well.
Dead Space.
Yeah.
Pretty
So
much.
what we're gonna do now, because I think Corey and Bob are leaving.
I have to get going here pretty soon. Yeah.
We're gonna switch back over to our other scene. We're gonna say goodbye to Corey, Bob, and Alpha, and then we're gonna go through all your super chats. So thank you guys so much, and Alpha, we'll chat again soon, man. Thanks for coming by.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, Alpha.
Bye, everybody.
Yeah.
Let me switch over here.
That was awkward silence for a second.
We're trying to figure out how to get back over here. No, that was awesome that he joined us.
That was awesome,
Super
dude.
cool.
Yeah, and I thank you for
Cool.
joining, dude.
Yeah, I definitely want to chat with him more.
Hell yeah, dude.
Okay, so let me put this back up to this screen.
I'm more excited
Oops.
for the RE8 DLC though.
Are you?
Are you really?
What's wrong with you?
Really?
What's wrong with you?
I don't know, man, because it's new. It's new stuff. It's like not remake stuff. Sure, it's gonna be
I get
great,
that.
But
Alpha's in the chat.
Yeah, get those alphas in the chat.
Oh,
man.
he's got it.
I can see that.
There he is. Go follow his YouTube channel, guys. Like, if you like our discussions, he's like, I can write a script and put all my stuff in there and try to make it the best as possible, but he just goes and the things he says, it's like, man, I wouldn't need to write a script to be able to tie all that together.
Right,
like,
he starts and then he goes.
He
deep,
just
but
goes,
it's just so good, so well done.
It's just all
He's
unscripted.
got like a
It's so good.
superpower where he can string it all
Yes.
together, not go over the same thing he said, and be interesting throughout the
Right.
entire video. So like that is a superpower.
yeah, we can't be interesting more than 5 seconds.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
But yeah.
Alright.
But for RE8,
All right, I gotta pee and I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
And let me pull up so we can actually see who's all here. I couldn't see. Just wait till I get back, and then you're good to go.
All right.
Let's see.
Yeah, I guess I'll touch on it another time.
It's not allowed to leave. Not allowed to leave. Chain him to the desk.
Where is it?
But-
I'll just cut my arm off. I'll be fine.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Just pour some
There
stuff
it is.
on it.
Pour some sugar on Corey.
Pour some sugar on me.
Can't get enough. I'm
In the
hot.
name of love.
All right, I gotta pee. I'll be right back, guys.
But yeah, in the end of RE8,
Okay.
Ethan, or when that person says to Rose, you're more like Ethan, then you realize she says, yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
the guy, right.
Like, yeah, I know. Like somewhere deep in her mind.
Oh
whatever,
yeah, everything
you know,
is connected.
everything's
Everything
connected
that
to
was
the
the
mold,
molded is connected.
So hopefully we see some sort of Ethan in there because
Oh,
of
we
course
will.
he's dead.
No, he's there though. He's helping her. I think the whole time. I think it's gonna be.
But if Ethan's there, then so is Mother Miranda.
Yep.
And so is Evelyn.
And everybody else that's molded
Yeah.
Jack, all of them. I bet you they will.
Right.
Yeah, the
Right.
calcified.
So I'm thinking that one of those people is going to be that Rose that looks like Rose that isn't Rose.
Oh yeah, what is that about? That's kind of weird to
Mm-hmm.
me actually.
Because for those people that play like Kingdom Hearts 2,
That's what I thought of as soon as I
you
saw
heard, you heard Corey and I talking about Kingdom Hearts, how the Duke had the mask and then all these like weird
The
shifty
shadows.
shifty
And then
shadow
they called it
things.
the shadow of Rose or something,
yeah,
right?
it looked like the Nobodies from Kingdom Hearts 2, which
Right.
it's basically when your mind, heart, body,
like
whatever
Peter
gets
Pan.
separated, you get split into two people, which is
Uh-huh.
like
Your evil side and your good side, right?
yeah,
Basically.
something basically like that.
Well, like
But
yeah, well, like this Rose is supposed to be the Rose that was Mother Miranda's kid and everything. So like I think like there's like literally two of
yeah,
them.
I guess
at this
that's right.
point.
The
same Rose.
the person that the baby that Mother Miranda was trying to reincarnate
Which is
into
Ethan's
Rose's
kid.
body.
Oh,
So
not Rose's, but
right, she was trying to summon
Whoa.
her dead baby through Rose baby.
yeah.
Dead babies everywhere.
So yeah, it could be that.
Corn. Dead bodies.
I
everywhere.
know.
I think it is. I think it's like the consciousness of her child that she lost like hundreds and years ago, however was it back then, I think that's like what it is. And when she brought her back, there's the consciousness of the baby that Ethan had. So there's like two in one body type deal.
Yeah, that's actually very Revelations too, and like how I was bringing up earlier with
Say
like
anything about
Alex and Natalia, of like seeing the rebirth.
It makes
through
Yeah, no,
the
wow.
body.
Are they talking about
Haven't played
Revelations?
Yes.
Knock it off.
True.
We're
Yeah.
playing it this Friday.
I'm
Play it
saying
this
that
Friday.
for everyone
Baggy.
except for
Spoil it
them.
for us.
We've gone like 10 years now without a PS4.
Yeah, what the hell's the matter with you, Baggy?
Yeah. And the fact that Duke
I
is
know.
in her mind there makes sense
Duke's
because I
definitely
think
molded, too.
well he has to be or a figment of Ethan's
Whoa.
He's not
even
breakout,
real?
whatever. Because Duke made absolutely no sense from like a metaphysical standpoint. Like he would just randomly be in different places, kind of like the merchant.
We knew there's something else going on.
Yeah.
I think that's a
It was
game
just like,
element
hey,
though.
I just saw you over there. How are you in that elevator? And
Right,
how do you
right,
know what's
right.
going on?
Yeah.
And how do you know who I am? Like that.
And he
kind
knows
of
everything,
stuff.
right?
Exactly. There was that strong
I like
mystery
that.
to him. Like, like who is this guy? He's
I
not like the
actually-
merchant who just shows up and everything and just talks to you for a second and doesn't say anything else. Like the Duke was he saved Ethan. He was dragging him in the cart near the end of the
so
game.
it's like how did
Mhm.
like
But-
that like the Duke character we had up until that point. It's like okay, yeah, sure, I get kind of like this merchant guy that's here because reasons. And now he's actually physically saving Ethan and doing this pep talk to him. It's like, okay, so is he real or is he not? I don't really get
true.
it.
I'm gonna puke.
Duke looks the same 16 years later, too.
He does, eh? He doesn't
Somebody
age.
pointed out.
You
in
know,
chat.
once you turn into an adult, you kind of
Wow,
just look the
16
same.
years?
He has a mask on his face.
He's a big boy, too.
That's why he has
no
a mask.
wrinkles, right?
True.
Right.
He doesn't have wrinkle
All
cream.
right, I gotta say goodbye to
I gotta
Corey
get
and
going.
Bob. They gotta
Thanks
head
to
out.
everybody for stopping in.
Are you
Yep.
kicking me out?
No, you stay.
You can stay if you would like.
I just got work
Yeah.
I'm
tomorrow.
gonna read
so-
the super chats.
Bye, Corey.
See you, Corey. Thanks for coming to hang out, dude. It was a lot of fun. Appreciate you. Go squad.
That Corey.
Corey.
Yeah, why'd you punch me? I'm sick. You can't punch sick people.
Spit on you.
Oh man, that's so rude. Let's move these over this way.
Anyway, I'll
Right.
stick around to read the super chats, and then after we close,
You
with
guys
that, I'll have to go.
have
But-
been incredibly supportive. I think that was one of our top streams of all time as far as viewership. There was a lot of people there. We had like almost 6,000, I think, at one time. That's crazy.
200 was where it peaked.
And we had over 3,000 likes, so hell yeah. We're just going to read the super chats right now and see how high we can get the likes because it's probably going to be a new record. But thank you guys. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm going to go through all the super chats now. Again, we appreciate all the support, guys. We got Bristleback Gaming with a $20 super chat. I read that,
Yep.
yeah.
And
Thank
then
you.
we're on Hectic Pain.
Member for 13 months, Rose Squad Alpha Team. Thank you for the continued support, Hectic Pain. We appreciate that. The success of Exoprimal will determine if we get a Dino Crisis remake. I absolutely hope not because they are two vastly different style games.
Yeah, and
It's just because you got dinosaurs doesn't mean it's a survival
Yeah,
horror
and people
game.
are probably not going to buy Exoprimal because they want Dino Crisis, and it's not at all what they want.
Yeah.
So that's not just.
I get what you're saying, but I think they should base it off the type of game.
That's
Let's
the-
look at how Resident Evil 4 does, and if
That's
4 does good.
That's the type of game you get for a gift for like your birthday or a holiday. You get gifted to you on like a Steam sale or something. That's not a game you go and buy for yourself.
Yeah, true that. All right, let me get this
Boom.
webcam here
So-
fixed because we're like cropped a little
And
bit.
then the A2Z Gamer with a $20 super
Holy
chat.
crap!
Thank you very much.
Appreciate that.
Capcom Showcase, let's go.
It was good. It was good.
You can
Let's
tell
go.
It's about 2 hours old now at this point, but
Yeah, Suad Al Sharif with member for 15 months, Rose Squad Bravo team. That's not your team, sorry. But thank you for the continued support.
old wounds, man.
I hope we get news about the Village DLC, and we did. Hell yeah. I feel like I fast forwarded through time. I'm in the future right now reading this, which is actually pretty cool.
Okay.
Whoa, wee wow. Where is it?
Scroll up, keep going.
Holy
Keep
God.
going. Whoa, it keeps going.
Oh my God.
All right, we're gonna speedrun these.
We're going to speedrun the super chats. Thank you guys.
Immortal Ballad. New member to the Rose Squad Recruit. Thank you. That is my team.
Spam those custom emojis. You've unlocked them. Randy Martinez with a $5. Thank you, Randy. I'm only going to buy Resident Evil 4 Remake because I'm going to be hunting down some variety treasures. The whole treasures is what kept me moving, just like the old Rage 4.
I hope they don't cut that.
I absolutely hope they
Because
don't
I
cut
know
that.
if it was the other team doing it, they would be like they did with the puzzles. Puzzles are stupid. No one likes puzzles in RE3.
Part of the fun.
No one wants these birds to drop loot. Of
Part
course
of the
we do.
fun. You shove those gold coins
Flashbang
right up those
a bird.
birds' asses.
Yeah,
Money.
We're gonna
replayability, man.
It's all about making those PTAs. All right, we got Amber Brasher with a $2. Thank you, Amber. Haunting Grounds Remake, and I'm not that lucky.
No, I'm not that lucky.
That's a good call, though. Like Dino Crisis. Like Capcom's sitting on so many good series that they could revive and give the same treatment they gave 2. You know what I mean? Like where they remade 2. Like, let's do it.
Yeah.
Come on. Gary with a £5. Thank you, Gary. And if you're wondering why I'm a little like blah today, I'm really sick. Like I was battling a cold and I'm getting over it now. But yeah, I apologize.
Yeah, you're gonna grow up.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Gary with a £5, thank you. Just watched a video on the Resident Evil 4 face actors, and Ella Fria, the actor for Ashley, I approved of. They got that video out now? Oh shit! I gotta watch it. I was actually putting together a video on the face actors. I didn't know they showed Lewis and stuff yet. Zach Martin with a $2, thank you, Zach. Residents of Evil is the best channel, and Rose Squad, thank you so much for that, man.
Gosh darn right.
You're so nice. Evolution with a $10, thank you, Evolution. I fell asleep on a Monster Hunter. Sorry, everyone, forgive me. It's all good, bro. Go back. Just replay. A lot of stuff. Lot of great stuff.
Laser Room's going to be wild, Cascade says.
Oh, God. Are they going to have that? That's interesting. TGV with a $5. Thank you again, TGV. I hope the RE4 Ganado still speaks Spanish. It made them more creepy, and the trailer comes before you read this, and they do. Cool. Did they? I don't know if they did, but I agree with you. They definitely should. It's all about immersion, right? You want to feel like you're there. You don't understand what they're saying. You look it up, and it's creepy. I hope that, too. Ooh, it's Forostito.
Oh, no, he was saying is if the trailer comes before we read this.
Oh, I see. I gotcha.
Okay.
Hopefully they do. Cascade with a $2. Thank you, Cascade. Rose is working with Mike from Resident Evil 4, confirmed. Who's... Oh, the helicopter pilot.
Yeah, everyone's like, who, what?
Oh
my
God. That guy?
He was the guy that said, we're going to get drinks after this, and he helped you, and he was a badass, and then he died.
Because he went to bingo.
Good bar.
He didn't die. He went to the bingo hall in the sky.
He went to the bingo hall, and he's having drinks with Leon. And I hope that the post-credit scene is him and Leon, and they just cheers, and it cuts to black. That'd be epic.
I-9.
I know. 11 Deadly 11. Thank you for that $20 super chat. Greatly appreciate that support. I guess I'm giving Resident Evil 2 Village more plays. One in VR and one in third person. Yeah, same. I'm gonna probably play through the same. Yeah, one in VR, one in sorry. My brain just had an aneurysm.
You want me to read these for you?
I'm gonna play it twice, but I'm gonna probably play 2 and 3 again, and 7 again now that they're getting the upgrades and ray tracing.
Are you kidding? You're gonna play RE2 till the end of time.
You're probably right. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, you can read Zach's.
Okay, Zach Martin with the $5 super chat. Thank you very much, Zach.
Thank you.
It begins now. Sounds like Sean Roberts, who played as Wesker in the movies.
Oh,
okay,
that's cool.
Woke Hogan with a $5 super chat.
Thank
you
you
very much. The vampire lady really got memed into a playable mercenaries character. Life is crazy.
That's sick.
There is people eating good off of that. Not only can you, never mind. I'm not even gonna get into that. You're gonna see that on the internet everywhere.
I wasn't expecting that.
Guitar Khan with a $2 super chat. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
But what if the Duke is actually the merchant in RE4? I said that.
You did.
It's just the merchant in the fat suit the whole time.
With a P, because we don't say fat. That's not nice. A thick boy suit.
Thick boy suit. Or all of the pizzas you spent at his shop, he just went to the all-you-can-eat buffet with it.
And he's eating good, too.
He's eating good.
Guitar Con.
I already read that.
You did.
You need Dakota Bishop with a $10 super chat.
Thank you
very much, Dakota. RE9 Apocalypse is what I heard the name is going to be, but who knows?
That's just a rumor.
I hope not.
I know. I hope not.
Google Resident Evil Apocalypse, and you're going to be very disappointed.
Yeah, that was one of the better ones if we had to look back at the old movies.
If
but
you're hoping for the game,
It's probably the best of his movies.
I don't think it's gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be Apocalypse or Phoenix like a lot of people are speculating. But we'll see. I could be wrong.
Jared Brown. With a $2 super chat. Thank you
you
very much. Bring back the Hookman.
We actually were talking about that with Alpha Omega Sin earlier when he was in. That would be cool.
Yep.
That'd be cool.
Adriana Lady D, member for 14 months, Rose Squad Alpha Team.
The winning team. Thank you.
So excited for new content. Thank you for putting in the work so people like me with time limitations or whatever reason can experience it. Sincerely, I can speak for everyone. We love you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Means a lot to us. Really appreciate that.
Hey, Deva.
Whoa.
Member for 15 months, Rose Squad Recruit.
Thank you. Hey, Deva.
Hello, everyone, and hope all is well. Hello to you, too, and I hope all is well with you.
Yeah.
Shawan Khan.
Thank you.
Sorry.
That was Baggy.
Oh, sorry.
Baggy tried to cut you off. How rude, Baggy. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm sorry, I'm rapid firing. You got something to say?
Put on.
That's what I thought. I was kidding.
Bob is the worst. Go ahead. Bob just... he just forcefully took over.
Yeah.
Yep.
Shawan Khan with a €2 super chat.
Thank you
very much. I hope Rose in the DLC means she won't be an RE9. There's a lot of people that share that sentiment with you.
Corey said that many times.
At the very least, I hope it gives us a chance to become attached to her before we dive into RE9. Maybe she won't be the full main character. If she's in it at some points, that's fine. I just hope that everything is not about her.
Yeah.
If it's going after the BSAA aspect with Chris, hopefully we get to see Jill. Just something. You need to see her.
Jillian.
Yes.
Resident Evil 9, Jillian and Chris.
That
Let's
sandwich
go.
is getting stale. We need a fresh sandwich.
Let's
Come on.
go.
Necroner.
Hey, thank you for the $5.
Thank you very much. Being a Mega Man Legends, Dead Rising, and Dragon's Dogma fan is a pain. And is pain. And for out of the blue games I want back, I wish we could get a new Maximo game.
What do you think about that, Tony? Maximo.
People have been bringing that up lately. I don't know if there's like a resurgence for that series, but if there is, yeah, Capcom really needs to get on that because I mean, I didn't play much of that back in the day. I remember playing it with my buddies a lot, like the first one, but we didn't play the sequel. And people like that's the one that a lot of people need to get on. I don't know if Capcom will do it though. I think it's kind of like, you got a good chance of that coming back, like you do like Haunting Ground or something. But I mean, if Capcom keeps making money like they do, they could open up other internal studios to make these other projects.
They keep like printing money the way they have been.
Yeah.
Of course, we're gonna see some more stuff. And there is, for the people that missed it, there is going to be another Dragon's Dogma announcement news, whatever, on the 16th and the 17th. They announced an announcement in this thing. So, if you're a Dragon's Dogma fan, June 16th, June 17th, check it out on Capcom social media. They'll tell you where and when to be. Dirac Eve with the $2 super chat. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Pardon me hopes for a Lewis story mode, fill plot holes.
I would like that. They really didn't show him much in the original. He was there, and then he forgot something, then he was dead. It's like, yeah, give us a little bit more. It'd be nice. Yeah.
Like they did with Robert Kendo. They gave us a blurb, and they gave us a bit more, and that was great.
That was good. I was happy with that. You got it.
Gonzo with a $5 super chat.
Thank you, Gonzo.
Hopefully they keep the cutscenes. At least most of them.
I hope so. I like having the story building to the characters. I just hope it's not like, interrupting, but I hope it's like there for context and for character growth.
Hopefully it's not cutscenes the game with a little bit of gameplay.
And with quick time events, not my Resident Evil. I'm all for quick time events if it's a game like Until Dawn or The Quarry, but not for like a Resident Evil type game.
Yeah, it just turns into, what's that, Death Stranding, where it's like a 12-hour movie you get to watch.
I guess, yeah.
Nothing against the game, it's just that's not
what yeah.
Evolution with a $5 super
Thank
chat.
you.
I hope Leon will make a reference to Mr. X. If they do, give him a stalker in RE4.
The big cheese. He'd be like, you look a lot like a guy I knew in Raccoon City.
Where's your damn fedora?
Where's it? Yeah, he's got a hat. He's got a hat. Mendez got a hat in this. And somebody's goal at Capcom is to make every stalker character have a hat.
They have to like mod it so you have like the big cheese hat for the Packers fan.
Packers, hell yeah, brother. Go Pack, go.
TGV Monster with another $5 super
Thank
chat.
you.
Thank you very much. I still need to get a PS5, but still impossible to get. I want one, but I refuse to pay those blood-sucking scalpers a dime.
Agreed.
Gaming PC, it is for $1,000.
It's ridiculous that you
spend
still
$1,000 on a PC than $800 on a scalped PS5.
I got lucky because I got mine through GameStop, so they couldn't upcharge me. Like I just got lucky. I found it one day.
I remember that day. I remember that day. Like you and me were on the phone together, and I was just gonna get one for you if you couldn't get one yourself. Like you would just keep me on board because like they were getting scalped so easily.
Like they were printed, you refresh, they're gone.
Yeah. I've done that 3 times before I finally got it. Seth
Boothroad with a $20 super chat.
Thank
you very much.
That's very generous, man.
Do you think Capcom might pull in RE8 and announce RE4 or RE4 Make for last gen at the last minute, especially considering PS5 and Series X is still difficult to track down for some? That's no, we're just talking about that just now, but I don't
think so.
No,
but it might be like Village, where they didn't show it for PS4 and Xbox, and then after time when they're able to get it on those consoles, then they announced they could do it. But like right away, it's like let's just cover our bases and make sure we're taking care of the newer stuff. Then we'll come back to the other stuff. So there's a possibility.
Maybe, but just the way from what I see from RE4, some of that looks like it's gonna have a hard time running on old gen.
Yeah.
So without sacrificing draw distance, stuff like that. In that kind of game, you really can't sacrifice that.
I mean, I just wish the modern consoles were more accessible, because that's the only thing really holding games back is porting it to PS4 and Xbox. But it's like you got to when you can't get a new console. Like it's ridiculous.
All they have to do is sell RE4R for $500, and it comes with a free PS5.
I don't know if that's how game sales work. I think usually the cheaper, the more accessible.
I mean, but it's true. But it's true. Like, I mean, I don't think that maybe we are getting to that point now where PS5 games that are coming out next year can't run properly on a PS4, but I still say give it a shot. Like do like a test run or something, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And then, because it's not like it's not going to sell. But it will sell. But, you can't do what you did during the PS3 to PS4 era, where you were putting, PS4 games that just came out on PS4 on PS3, because like The Evil Within ran like crap on the PS3. Dragon Age Inquisition was a friggin' nightmare, and there was a lot of other. Even GTA didn't run that good.
But then again, think of how they just put Cyberpunk out when it wasn't really meant to be on last gen or current gen. It's supposed to be on new gen, and it was complete potato quality of a game for
Potato
PS4.
edition.
Yeah, it was potato edition Cyberpunk. Like, it was more like steampunk.
Super potato.
Yeah.
So.
It was already like in what do you call it there, like Walmart, like $5 bin things at one point, like after I think a month
it was
or
just
something.
like returned back at GameStop like immediately the day after.
Saradazukin.
Elder of the Row with a $5 super chat.
Thank you, Saradazukin.
Wouldn't Rose be in the mold consciousness as she was dead and resurrected? Tony knows.
Yeah, she would be.
Yeah.
But that's she's the last part of it is in her.
Yep.
So that's why I think it's going to do flashbacks to the village, because the village was destroyed.
She's the manifestation of what's left of the molded, unless there's different colonies like there was at the house in RE7 and then in the village in 8. Unless there's different colonies of the molded.
They exist within a different realm, all of it.
Right.
So,
like
hive mind. She's going into the hive mind.
True. Jesse Duel with a $5 super chat.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jesse. They actually leaked Village third-person mode back at the Game Awards when they showed that short clip.
I called that. I said that, and then everybody's like, "No, they altered the clip to, they altered the clip for the trailer." I think. I don't know. I remember saying that.
Yeah, I do remember a lot of people.
It's the slightest
people
hint.
talking about that. Jericho J says with the $2 super chat. Thank you very much. Back of Ethan's head, hype.
Oh yeah, he's got a face.
Oh,
now.
we're entering when they showed all this stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. It looks like someone face rolled the keyboard.
Yep.
W Q9PZ semicolon E4I colon semicolon with a $10 super chat.
Thank you.
Sorry if I butchered your name. I don't know how to pronounce that. RE237 upgrades are live. Xbox Now. Thanks for your classics RE2 mod streams. Great stuff.
Thank you. And I would live stream all night tonight, but I'm actually really sick. And I'm trying to get over this because I have to go back to work tomorrow. It's like the last day of being sick. So I'm just hoping I'm probably going to like upload some videos tonight, and then we'll stream it like later soon, hopefully.
Wolf Mac with a $10 super chat.
Thank you.
Pablo Espaguet says if you want a certain remake, money talks.
That's 100% true.
That's true. Yeah.
That is.
Well,
oh no.
Just do it right.
Nope.
Fila Style 84 with a $10 super chat says, I don't know how to pronounce that. I hope I don't offend anybody, but Alia Esta. I don't.
Alia Esta.
Wait, on fingers.
Yeah.
Alia Esta.
From Resident Evil 4.
Okay.
You're good. Thank you.
Dylan Bernard with a $2 super chat.
Thank you.
RE3 really burned me, so fingers crossed. Again,
me too.
Different studio. We have the better studio now, so
yeah.
Gary with a £5 super chat.
Thank you, Gary.
I never understood why Leon goes from dark brown hair to light hair in RE4, then back to dark hair in 6. Did they ever explain it in the games?
No.
I mean,
there's inconsistencies between the character models.
There are actual people that have that going on with their hair, with the melanin and all that stuff. So
true.
That is a thing that can happen, and also could just.
My hair used to be purple, now it's blonde.
That's called your roots.
Crap. That's what it is.
And Gary again with a £5 super chat.
Thank you.
If Konami isn't using their games anymore, why not sell Silent Hill to Capcom?
Well said that.
Yeah, everyone's saying that.
I sell it to Kojima Productions so he can finish PT.
Just give Capcom Dead Space and Silent Hill so we could just have Dead Space, Silent Hill, and Resident Evil in our reverse. So we could have our own Smash.
Hell yeah, let's do that. Oh god.
I'd be okay with that.
Tehran Aries, $10 super chat.
Thank you.
I've been thinking about this for a while now. RE 3.5 could be remade into a story dealing with an older, grizzled Leon, since we haven't seen him in recent titles. Maybe even make it his last adventure.
You could. There's always ways you could bring that back and retell what we've got. I mean, the lore is pretty solidified, but it's all over the place. So, like, who says they can't just like retell things in a new way?
Yeah, there's all of these like retroactive between entries, like into Infinite Darkness, and so like something post RE6 is definitely a possibility. So
Leon's last adventure could be any game that you're not good enough to beat. Keep dying.
That's his last adventure, 100%.
Gary with another £2 super chat.
Thank you,
very
Gary.
much. Oh my god, I'm already dreading Big Cheese's nude mod.
Bro,
I think everybody is.
Beach Boy Cheese, Beach Boy Mendez is coming. You know it. Hell
Mendez
yeah.
on swole.
I'm gonna make a video on it, and it's gonna be so hot and bothering for some. That's it, bud. You caught up.
Okay, and then Cascade will be the last one here with a $5 super chat. At the end of the story, the RE8 credits. It ends with the narrator explaining that children still hear whispering in the forest. I don't know if it's dead.
Ooh, that's creepy. I don't remember that. They did though, hey?
They did.
Yeah. They still
I vaguely
whisper.
remember that. There was a lot more things that I latched onto at the end of it than that. But
that's cool. Well, there you go, guys. Thank you so much for all that support, and thank you for sticking with us for almost 2.5 hours during that.
Yeah, 1,600 of you people are
Thank
the greatest
you.
because
Yes.
you stuck around
For the
this
whole
entire
thing.
time.
And you helped us hit 3,282 likes. So thank you guys. Appreciate that. Give it up for Resident Evil for you all coming by. It was a lot of fun.
Yep.
Is there anything you want to say, Bob, before we close her out?
I don't know. I've said a lot. I'll come back.
Okay. How about you, Tony?
Like I said a lot too. Again, I just think right now it's a great time to be a Capcom fan with everything that, like I said, there's obviously things we all want, but I feel that this company is firing on all cylinders again from that dark period where they almost got bought out. And I think the future is looking really bright for almost potential anything. I mean, Street Fighter's getting back on track. Resident Evil is making everybody happy, and Monster Hunter is selling like hotcakes. This company has money again. Faith has been put back into it, and and then with other games like Mega Man 11, Devil May Cry 5 selling extremely well too. There's no doubt in my mind that they're heading into the right direction, and the higher ups are listening to their developers, and they're hopefully at least paying attention to guys like us on the internet.
Yeah.
Well said. Well said.
Yeah, just like we said before, hopefully with the money that they're printing, like doing all these remakes of Resident Evil, then all the new Monster Hunter games, just hopefully it gives hope to necroing some of these older series.
Yeah.
Or remaking some of the other stuff.
Yep.
Heck, I'd even like to see more Mega Man stuff, like the old Mega Man X styles, not the old ones, but like Command Mission and X8 and all that stuff where you actually get to play not the chibi little Mega Man jumping around. I don't know. That kind of stuff's cool.
Yeah, you want to play the X series, the good shit.
How about you, Beggy? Anything you want to close this out with?
Not much more to add. Very happy with what I'm seeing. Obviously, like all of this momentum, all of the money that they make is allowing for new opportunities for these revivals that we've wanted for so long. And again, I've said many times, but like Onimusha being even that sliver of a possibility makes me kind of freak out. So very excited for that.
Dino Crisis, Onimusha.
And yeah, there's just so many good things
Hell yeah.
happening. So
how about
basically
now? Do you got something you want to say before we head out?
How about you?
I want to say thank you to Elder Zukin, Sir Adazukin, Elder of the Roll with a $1 super chat, and Gamer Goop with a $10 super chat. Thank you so much. Gamer Goop says, best channel ever, Rose Squad. I wonder if they'll hint at a person that showed up next to the SUV at the end of 8. They showed him briefly here, but I think he's just like one of Chris's guys.
I don't think that
Squad.
was the same person.
Oh, you don't?
No,
it might not be, but I think
that
they'll
guy
show
looked
it.
a lot more punchable in RE8 than this guy that we saw.
There's two. They did show both of them. They showed the new guy and they showed that one.
I must
just
have missed that.
Brief clip.
I was too hyped.
Yeah. Again, all I gotta say is just thank you guys so much for being here with us and sharing this hype and excitement. It's a good time to be a Resident Evil fan, and like Tony said, a good time to be a Capcom fan. So we're gonna have plenty to keep us busy until Resident Evil 4 Remake comes out.
I know we covered a lot here, but get ready for more speculation videos and all that stuff coming to the channel. If you liked what you see, you like the content that we have, you want to hear more thoughts and all that stuff on RE4, RE8, all that good stuff, make sure you like, subscribe, ring the bell to get notified, and if you're considering supporting the channel.
Oh, by the way, on that end, there's something that I learned recently that was like never really known before ever. So I just want to say, look out, watch out for something.
Something's coming to the Residents of Evil. Hell yeah.
And it's already
thank you
related,
all, Road Team, for joining. Thank you to Alpha Omega Sin, for Corey, who are not here right now. Thank you guys for coming by. Thank you to all of you. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you to the new members. Thank you to our mods for keeping order. You guys have a great week, and we'll be live this Friday, kicking off Revelations 1, continuing our side road to Village. So you guys have a great week, and we'll see you back at the Residents of Evil. Good night, everybody.
Peace.